right before the buzzer. So, yeah, halfway through 2025.
Yay! I'm so happy. I want to die.
Wow, first 10 seconds. That's crazy.
Yeah, look at the
Uh,
movies we got.
yeah, so this is going to be a different kind of stream for today. We're going to be, kind of doing some catch-up reviews on different kinds of, different movies at the very least, and maybe one TV show here and there. Um, yeah, just so that we can play a little bit of catch-up as the halfway season point of this year is going. So that's that's the plan for today. We got stuff like Predator, Killer of Killers, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, Megan 2.0, Squid Games Season 3, Karate Kid Legends, Ballerina from the John Wick universe, and F1. If there's any other things that we can think of, then maybe we can talk about those later. But that's the idea for today.
And how many of them are actually original films?
Uh, F1.
Nice. I hate my life.
Yeah. Um, it's the start of the summer blockbuster as well. So well, it started in May, but yeah. Um, so there are a few projects that both of us have not seen, or like one seen, the other hasn't, or like we both have seen. So there might be some back and forth kind of conversation here and there. So just be aware of that. But
Yeah.
we'll start off with something that we both watched. So let's do Predator, Killer of Killers.
Yay. By the way, your mic is kind of fucked.
Um, did I set? I didn't set my mic.
Yeah, your mic sounds glitchy as hell. So yeah.
Here we go.
Yep, that's better.
All right, so we're gonna start off with Predator, Killer of Killers since we both watched that movie. So this is a surprise animated film that happened after Prey, for David Trachtenberg.
Yeah. Apparently, whoever owns Predator, who owns Predator now, I don't know.
Disney.
Oh fuck! They just hand the entire franchise to him.
Yeah, he's pretty much he's like the person in charge of all of it now. You got
Yeah.
Predator Badlands also coming out this year as well.
Why?
And
Why?
he's confirmed that he didn't want any human protagonists. He wanted your robot protagonist. But like, there is a robot in the Predator franchise. If you really think about it, that would be from Wayland.
The fuck? Just say that the Predator has a robot. That's all you need to say. Or you don't actually need a robot. Just say that Predator is going to that planet and there's an alien. If you don't want a human, who the fuck thinks of that?
Yeah, but you see, this one is doing like time travel.
Kill the
Yeah, like
fuck?
time travel is just not is normal.
Do you know when the fuck is the synthetic created? Okay, I need to look at that. I need to look at when it's Prometheus first. I don't give a shit. Prometheus. Let's see, Prometheus. Because now this movie made that the AVP movies are now canon. Fuck you. I need to watch AVP movies now. Okay,
Yeah,
then,
those things are like
oh
quasi canon, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, it's weird. Yeah, I guess the Predator films are canon to the Alien, but Aliens are not. So that's the best I can say. Oh, 2089. Fuck me.
Yeah, it's still in the future.
Yeah, that's the future. Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, whatever. Let's go with that. 2089.
But let's see what Alien Earth does. So that also
Oh,
comes out next month.
I can't wait to watch that. And it was like, yeah, that guy's a hack the entire time. Lol.
Yeah. So yeah, Predator, Killer of Killers. So this was a surprise movie that came out of nowhere. Honestly, because like they actually did just keep it a secret, the whole production in general.
I
Yeah,
don't.
the whole thing is animated as well.
The thing is, like,
And
after the last
uh-huh.
like frame of the film, I was like, why is this not promoted again?
He said he wanted it, so it's a little strange. It was like something to set up Predator Badlands, but like
The fuck?
to generate, I guess, to generate the hype. I don't really
The
understand
thing is,
that.
the thing is that this is literally a continuation of Prey at the end.
Yeah, but it does that thing of like, okay, so we just conveniently show the three characters that we followed throughout this movie, and then you show us in the credit scene that like, oh, the character from that
Prey.
movie was also there. It's just like, why wasn't she a part of that group with the other three? Well, it's not a surprise then. Duh. And then it's also like, why these three? And clearly they have a whole coliseum full of like. We'll get to that.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
So the way that this film is formatted, I'm trying to look at the production history of why.
I'll
Dan
talk about
Trachtenberg. Yeah.
let's talk about who wrote this film first. Because holy shit, that was actually hilarious when I found that out. So have you guys seen the sci-fi films? The sci-fi films. You know, the
Sci-fi?
film from the sci-fi.
You mean like SYFY?
Yeah, SYFY. You know, Sharknadoes.
Yeah, that one.
Those films. Yeah. So the writer is called Michael Robert Rutter. I guess that's how you pronounce his name. So this guy produced all 5 Sharknado films, and he wrote the film called Mega Shark vs. Crocosaurus.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this film? How you have this guy?
Yeah. So here's my thing about this. So just to describe what the movie is about, basically it's pretty much an anthology series turned into a movie. But the way that works is like basically you have 3 different protagonists from 3 different periods of time. A Viking, a feudal Japanese warrior, and a somebody from World War II. And basically it kind of goes through their story within like at least like 20 minutes of each character and what they go through, and then like all of a sudden they get attacked by the big bad predator of the generation. And then the way that each of them end is like they do win, but then at the end of them they are like put in this box with a collar on their neck. And then we learn in the 4th act, or like the 4th part of the film, like, oh, basically the predators, they capture the winners of those that killed other predators, and they're used as like Colosseum slaves to do their bidding, essentially.
In Marvel terms, it's like What If Season 1. You got like 3 episodes of other things, and then just randomly combine them together in the last episode.
Yeah.
That's Marvel terms for you.
Yeah, and it's like I don't. So I'm just gonna let me see like the production history. So basically yeah, I mean this pretty much it was done in secret. Why
do you not promote this? I have no fucking clue.
Soundtrack was released. They were heavily influenced by Akira and Arcane. For the stylized violence. Okay.
Yeah, sure. What's influenced by Arcane or Akira? Fuck me.
I think it's just the animation style. I don't think it's anything else.
Kill me. Yeah.
Yeah, the only real production thing that he talks about is why each predator design looks different. And it's like, that's fine with me. I didn't have a problem with that.
I don't know, because like the predator design is like so weird, because here's the thing, if the 3rd Predator film did not exist, this movie would not be as bad. The thing is like the 3rd Predator film is literally in a predator planet. And we literally see like all the predators.
Yeah. the only benefit of the doubt is like, well, maybe this is just another faction of predators where they are uber like resilient on like, yeah, I'd want to capture the winners and to make them human slaves
The thing is like,
to fight in my gladiator pit, and that's
how,
essentially it. Because
but
otherwise, you have to think like Arnold Schwarzenegger is probably in there. Then maybe he's not though.
yeah, like that Danny Glover should be here in the second film. Who the fuck is in the third film? The fourth film again? Predator, like the Predator.
The
Oh yeah,
the autistic kid.
yeah, the autistic kid and the soldier guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy should also be there. Like, at
But
least they
then,
should be
but you
frozen.
said the problem too is like, well, they also do like cryogenically freezing, so it's like, yeah, I don't. You can't expect like these older movie actors to be there. Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense unless
I
they die.
mean, the thing is that you're animated now, so you can just have them just voice
Animated, you
characters.
can get away with it. Yeah.
Yeah, that I mean, even Bruce. Do you know Bruce Campbell? He was like, "Oh, I can't do Ash William anymore, but I can still do the voice."
Yeah.
He said that, so it was like, "Oh." It's weird because I saw the film and I was like, yeah, okay, fine. And I looked up the credits. It's like, okay, now let me look at the film. I was like, yeah, about the quality I expected.
So my thing is like with this this conversation, like it just seems like a bunch of ideas and then put it together, and then that's it.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
oh, wouldn't it be cool to see Vikings fight the Predator? Wouldn't it be cool to see
no, I mean, yeah, I mean,
feudal jet?
yeah,
I mean, like again, like I get it. I don't know if it's because of post prey. Like what would it be like for the Native Americans to fight against a predator back in the day? That kind of aspect where you're like limited in. I mean, I can see an interest in that kind of thing, but like I think the problem with like the story in general, one with how much you have to do in 20 minutes plus have a victory for each of them, is that one, it really makes the predator, even though it's like big and like hulking, it's like, and then like you see like every single one of them, they like the predator obliterates like the extras, like in like, you know, the classic plot armor sense, like I got to show how badass the predator is by like ripping through and all that shit. And then like the main character of each story is like a one punch is not going to do that much, so it just knocks him over.
The thing is like you've seen the Predator, right? Like, you know, the DNA, the autism is like next the human evolution something. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like that's literally the monster, and like look at the size of those predators. Holy shit, those are literally the size of that guy from the Predator, who has like all the DNA slicing or something.
Yeah.
And he has like, and I think those predators might be bigger than the Hulk Predator. And that guy can like tank bullets and explosives like nothing.
Yeah.
Like there's no way you gotta convince me that those predators are not like DNA. Are they are like DNA slicing predators, which means no weapon should be no fucking weapon should be able to do shit to him.
No, so like each of them have their own disservices. I think the second one is the best one out of the three. But like the first one being like, it was so funny. Like he uses like that pulsating wrist gauntlet thing to like explode the entire building, but then when he uses it on the shield, it just doesn't work. And then the shield is like so strong it can literally chop through heads.
Yeah, that's a thing in Brave, but but the thing is that is the Predator shield, not the human shield.
Yeah, this is just a Valhalla shield from the Vikings. The first part of the story is, I mean, it's just basically like your story about like this lady Viking. She's filled with rage and revenge because when her father was dying, this other monarch, he's like, I can let you live, but you have to kill your father, or I kill your daughter, kill the daughter, and the father can live. That kind of thing. So
Basically, she's just a vengeful person. That's her character.
That's pretty much it. And then she has a son as well. She's trying to train her son. She goes through a lot of combat. She's just super awesome. Like it starts fine. Like it seems like a cool idea. It's just when the predator comes. Well, actually, first it's when when she storms the king's.
But yeah, that was like there's no cover there. So, you're dead.
No cover, 2 shields, but like all the bows and arrows just going flying everywhere, chopping heads with both shields, I guess.
Yeah, I was like I think the predator felt tacked on in the first one.
Yeah, and then the predator just shows up, and then like it does like it as we said, like it kills everybody. Then it also kills the son, so I'll give it that. It did do something like that. But then just the lady Viking just fight, like old ass lady Viking, by the way, just fighting the predator, and then the predator is just like not able to. It just forgets its weaponry, like classic case of that kind of character. And then
because
there's like this whole sequence under the water. Yeah.
But the thing is because like it's how do I describe it? It's an animation, so they're like, oh fuck, animation characters has like more durability, so everyone can just survive like fucking like fall from cliffs. I was like, you have no idea how many times they do that in this movie. I was like, oh. Because the thing is like if this is just animated format, it's fine. But the thing is, you have to remember this is also canon to the live action forms.
Yeah. The feudal Japanese one, I think that one is like more tolerable, but like he still has like some examples, especially falling from the cliff.
Yeah, and the thing is like he falls from the cliff, and then his brother is just next to him, and then that was like, oh, okay, that's
they both fall off the cliff and they're both fine.
And
especially when the brother was like, no chance, there's no way he survived.
And apparently now the fucking invisibility is like immune. It's like not waterproof now. It's like no, that's not a thing. That's not a thing in like the first Predator film. No, seriously, look at the first Predator film. The fucking thing is not waterproof. And you tell me this technology, which is like fucking years, like what the fuck is like hundreds of years before the first Predator film, has like water immunity, like it's waterproof, but the new version, but the more modern version is not. What the fuck?
I guess the Yautja has a different race or something like that, and maybe one race is better than the other. Maybe.
Oh my god, that was dumb as fuck.
Yeah. No, but like yeah, I mean we can go in. I mean it's mostly action, so it's kind of like hard to really describe everything, but like yeah, I mean in the first part, like the main thing that was like they're like fighting in the water, and then like the predator is using like his wrist gauntlet to like pull her down, but like somehow she like ties the chain onto his leg, and like for some reason he's so strong he can like destroy an entire building, but like his leg cannot rip through a chain, so that was kind of weird. But yeah, and then like basically just blows up a bomb. I think all of them have like some kind of weird bomb that saves them.
Yeah, it's like second one. Yeah, pretty much. It's like the writers draft only have one idea: just use the weapon against them.
Yeah. The second one, it starts off with like basically two brothers. They used to do everything together, and then the one day they're samurai. Is in order for one of them to be the next samurai, they have to fight the other brother. Then one of them, he's unable to fight at all. The other brother, he does fight, and he puts a scratch on that brother's face. And then that brother runs away, while the other brother stays with the sensei. And then it skips to 20 years later, and then the other guy comes back. Now it's kind of weird going back to the beginning of the episode because like there's no dialogue there's no dialogue outside of like the opening intro to the episode and towards the end of the episode.
I mean, that's better because I do not sit for those painfully written dialogue.
That is true. So it works out in his favor. But yeah, obviously it's cool seeing him be a samurai ninja kind of a thing.
Jesus,
going through everything. I think the bell sequence is probably my favorite scene in the movie because like I just like how much like he put the effort into like making sure that there's no noise or nobody hits the bell, and then you see the other bell, they hit the bell anyway, and then fuck. But then it's weird because like you find out like when he finds his brother, and then they fight and they do all the fighting, and then he eventually does give the scratch on the other brother's face. Then the fighting stops entirely. So he just wanted equality. That was it. Like you didn't want to kill him, but you were thinking throughout this entire fight that they were trying to kill each other. But then the weird thing is like, okay, so if you wanted to just scratch your brother's face, then like killing all of his guards is just like pretty innocent. They're innocent at that point.
Yeah, or you can just send a letter. It's like, can we have a duel? Because I think that's a thing in Japan at the time. Just do that.
We shall duel at dawn. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, that's what gets the thing. But like after he scratches the face, then he puts the sword down. But like his brother was like leaning on the edge, so like the railing cracks and then he falls down. Probably to his death, but as we talked about, he didn't die. Then the Predator comes in, and they have a fight. And this is like the fight where it's like, oh, he's remember he can be invisible, and he's using that to his advantage. And then the character that we're following, I mean, he's essentially like running on the rooftops. While the Predator's chasing after him, and it gets to a point where they both fall. I mean, he's landing on rooftops, and like falling into the water. It's like it's still pretty high. You can still break your neck even if you fall in water.
Yeah.
Right, but like, I mean, he goes down, and then it turns out his brother is also down there. Not in the best shape, but. Then the Predator comes down as well. He puts a stab, and like it goes through that brother's body.
Yeah,
and
that's the moment I was like, wait, they forgot that if a guy just want to have a sword fight, like a melee fight, the Predator will just honor the fight. That's literally a thing in the first and third film. I was like, oh, you forgot about that. Remember, there's literally a samurai guy in the third film. Like once a one-on-one fight, and the Predator just like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna throw away all my ranged weapons. I'm just only use a melee weapon, and I'm not even gonna turn invisible. Are you gonna do that? I was like, oh, no, okay, you just gotta play dirty again. So it's like that's not how it works, but okay.
Oh, okay. Because like with the, because honestly, that was kind of a cool detail. Like when the guy was using his ninja thing to stay in the shadows. So then it's like, okay, I'll go invisible then. So it works out for the Predator, and he can use his power set. But like, yeah, then he goes back to using bombs and stuff like that against the. But then I guess it's like with the fight against the Viking lady. It's not like he had like an axe or something like that. But yeah, I guess if you analyze each fight, they're probably missing something.
Oh, the thing is like, I think this is the best one because there's some attempt to tie in the Predator fight to the character.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's kind of and no dialogue, so that helps a lot. So they do, and what also helps with this victory is like it does feel like an earned victory because like it's the two brothers working together to kill the Predator. So like that just works pretty well. And then they, so as we talked about, basically like the brother finds the bomb and just like is able to use that so that when the predator comes close, he puts the bomb back into the chain so that it would blow up in his face. He goes invisible, but he's still like propped up against the tree. It makes it look like the two brothers are about to fight again, despite this conflict. But then when they meet at the middle, they both slice at the tree, which then the predator that was still invisible, he gets ripped to shreds and dies. And then you have your only lines of dialogue in the thing of what it was like, with the not wanting to die alone with his without his brother, and then he passes away. So yeah, I mean, like, it was a nice interaction. It was nice.
Yeah, and then let's talk about the third one.
With the bullet.
Jesus Christ, that was like fucking absurd.
I'll say I think the setup for this one is probably the better one. The kid is like going off. He gets drafted into the war. He always wanted to fly. And his dad, who's like a mechanic, like, it's like I can't protect you anymore because of the draft and all that stuff. So when they go into the war, they noticed that one of the planes got attacked by something, some kind of hook in the sky, and it's alien tech.
I was like, the thing is, like, when you actually saw the entire episode, I was like, wait, how the fuck did the hook even attach to the plane? It should be ripping it apart based on what we see.
Yeah, and then it works like AI. Like, it operates on its own accord. Like, it can open and close, and it can like make a rocket to pull back into the ship, I guess.
I guess no one thought. I guess alien just like, wait, I have energy blasters. Why don't I just blow it up like that, like a traditional guy? Don't tell me that that's never a thing, because you literally show that in The Predator, like the fourth film.
You have to remind me, because like it's been a long time since I've been attached to the Predator franchise, but like having this this entire fight be like an aerial fight is kind of weird.
No, like, I was like, wait, the Predator ship has shields. What the fuck?
Yeah, the Predator is like, the Predator never comes out to fight. It's just an aerial. It's just an air battle, basically.
But yeah, then they
and classic case of like, yeah, it's ripping through all the other ships and all that stuff. Then the kid Torres and his commander, they're both all alone, not sure what to do.
I love Torres. The thing is, like, Torres is like, let's go back and warn others, and then the other guy just say no. Was like, whoa, no, was it? What the fuck? No, just warn them.
Yeah, but then he gets his head cut off, so I guess it's okay.
Yeah, what a fucking idiot! What an idiotic thing to just force the character to not go back.
Yeah, I mean, so Torres, like, this is the part that I didn't understand. So like, I don't understand, like, where did he get the knowledge that it can only see through heat?
I don't know. He just, because it blows up one of the plane engines. Fuck me, the plane shouldn't even be flying.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, like, the kid suddenly becomes Tom Cruise for some reason. He can just literally go out the plane to just fix an engine while it's flying. I was like, wait,
and that's like, and that was my thing, is like, that's like, because again, like, I think the setup of the episode is fine. I think Torres is annoying, but like, it's okay, I guess. But like, when he like opens the window just to get off, just to knock the whatever is on his like ship to get off of it. So it's like, yeah, that's like, okay, now we just got to stupid territory.
Yeah, that's Mission Impossible shit, because that literally happened in the Final Reckoning. Fuck me.
Yeah. And then basically after he figures out that, oh yeah, so it must be sensing through, it can only see through heat. I still think that's really weird. But like, so that's what gets the two of them to go up. So it's like, so that they can freeze their planes, basically. It makes sense. I just don't know how you got to that conclusion. Then they both go up, and the commander guy's like, I'm gonna buy you some more time. Kill this bastard for me.
I was like, no, you don't have to buy him some time. What the fuck? You don't know that.
Yeah. It's really funny because like I always go it's a very good example like in Jurassic World. The
Yeah.
not that one. The Sam Jackson one. That's King Kong.
Oh, King Kong, yeah.
Kong Skull Island is like when that dinosaur is like going after Shea Wiggum's character, and he has the bomb in his hand. He's hoping that the dinosaur will eat him to so that he can kill it from the inside. But then the dinosaur uses its tail to like knock him into the cliff and then explodes.
Yeah.
That scene is like yeah, I don't worry guys, I'm gonna save the day. Like I'm gonna sacrifice myself to save the day. It's like, and then but I don't know, they always do the cliche thing. Is like I actually thought Kong Skull Island was really funny for that. But yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, but like yeah, he gets his head incinerated as well. And then Taurus is just on his own.
I guess these predators just don't was like, hey, I have missiles. Hey, I have guns. What? Like, yeah, why don't you have guns, like laser guns?
Yeah, and like he goes, they both fall back down into the atmosphere. It's like I don't know like why the heating just like disappears, just because the engine is off. But I guess I guess that's the logic. But then it's like, I guess the predators just can't see in any other means or anything like that, or the ship can't sense the other ship that it's looking for by some other means or something. I don't know. Just that was kind of weird. But then,
Yeah.
then Taurus is like, you know what? I'm going to bring it into the city. So he goes into the city and then goes to the enemy warships. And the Predator is just like, yeah, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. I don't fuck if like all the bullets and all the missiles are flying like left and right around me. I just need to kill this specific ship. And like, yeah, he's the Predator's getting blasted in all ends in that sense. And then the ship falls in the water. Taurus thinks it's over, and then the ship comes back and is like, "Okay, I need to blow up my ship. That's the only way to do it." So
And I was like, how the fuck that you think that's gonna work? That's like a 1 in a million chance.
yeah, well, you know, the Holden maneuver worked, so it should be okay.
Yeah, but now he's just pulling Angry Bird shit.
Yeah, so he jumps out. The ship gets hooked onto like the Predator's hook, and the ship flies back to go and knock the ship, so that makes it do the exploding thingy.
And
And
of
then
course,
that's how it ends.
and Taurus
then-
fall from like cliffs again because you know a same pattern of these three shorts. Everyone just fall off cliff and they're completely fine.
Yeah. And then then this is the only episode where you actually see, I guess, sort of how some other Predator ship just finds these guys later, and it's like, we want you, and then they're abducted and put in cryogenic freezing chambers, and yeah. Then so then that's part 4. You see these 3 characters together, and you got the whole. Well, first off, all these characters are language barriers, so they can't understand each other at all. So they're out in the Coliseum, and so as we said, the what if scenario of like the characters that you just met, they're now together to do this one final plot thing together. So yeah, they're on the
Gladiator
yacht.
Coliseum.
The Yacha warlord, the alien world. It's just Gladiator. It was cool to call for Ursa the Viking lady to call the thing Grendel. That's like it's like a term, and it's like Beowulf kind of thing. But yeah, basically the command is they have the killer of killers. They need to kill each other, basically. Whoever is worthy to fight him, essentially.
I'm so surprised. It was like, hey, let's have the guy who has a pilot, who's just a pilot, who's just like good at flying stuff, to fight in this Coliseum. I was like, oh, okay, are you gonna supply him a plane or something?
Nah, they gave him a gun, but not from his century. It's from the 16th
How
century.
what the fuck? How the Predator cannot recognize what kind of gun he has?
It's weird because they also identified specifically what sword was used and what axe was used for both the other two. So it's kind of weird. Like, okay, so why is the gun not accurate at that point?
No, and then they have like this collar thing.
Yeah, the collar. So what's interesting about it is like the collar can like translate what the king is saying in their respective language.
I'm fine with that because that's actually a thing. Okay, the translation thing is actually a thing in the Predator, the fourth one.
Yeah.
The thing is, I was like, wait, what the fuck is this collar not a thing in the third film? You know, if you escape, you just detonate it.
Yeah, and
That's
these bombs like they can't explode and kill. So it's kind of fun. So they actually show an example of like another predator. Like this is a predator that's like has no armor or anything like that. It's being sentenced to die essentially, and yeah, you see that predator gets his head blown off and that kind of thing. So Ursa wants to fight, but
why? I was like, if I was these three, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna fight each other, lol. I'm gonna be like, what the fuck am I? Why the fuck is these monsters here? Or some shit. If anyone is sane.
yeah. So the connection thing is like so. It's kind of weird. It's like okay, so for Ursa's logic is like she needs to fight to the death. So the concept like in Viking mythology and all that stuff is like you have to earn your if you earn a worthy death, like you'd be able to go to Valhalla, like heaven essentially. That kind of thing. So I remember when Thor made that joke with Lady Sif. Oh, your
Yeah.
arm is in heaven, I guess. So it doesn't
Yeah.
count. But yeah, so that I can understand why she wants to fight for that reason. Like if I'm gonna die, I need to die so I can be with my son in heaven, that kind of thing. The feudal samurai, he's also like he doesn't want to fight at all because he knows that in order to beat the monster, essentially, you have to work together like he did with his brother. And then Torres, he can't say anything because he's a dumb kid.
Yeah, apparently these guys
And because he didn't do any weaponry to like kill the thing, he used like machines, convenient machines. But yeah. That's essentially it. I mean, the king is noticing that these guys are not fighting, so he brings out like a monster that they can like fight or like at least kill one of them or something. It does eat Torres, but like Torres is fine because I guess it's not instant digestion or something like that.
I don't know. Why do you even swallow him?
Yeah, didn't chew him up, anything like that.
And then, God, it's like watching stupid people think this is awesome.
Yeah, and then apparently Torres notices that inside the stomach of this random beast has like the predator's like buttons. So when he gets out of it, eventually, like Ursa and the I'm trying to get his name, Kenji. That's his name, Kenji. He's they're fighting the monster fine. They beat it just as well, and she cuts open the stomach, which eventually gets Torres out of it. And then it turns out like that button can like work against the king's like commands. Like the king uses the button to like to for the intention of blowing up their heads, but then Torres uses the random arm band that he found inside the stomach of this random beast. It can also shut off the collars and get it off their necks.
Yeah, that was like fuck me. Why the fuck is just a random person has a control of this spot this thing. Oh, you know what the fuck can Taurus? How does Taurus know how to use these things?
Yeah. And even then, it's like the king has. Why would the king give the commands to other predators?
Remember, because the funny thing is, you've seen like the fourth film, like the autism is like the weapon of human evolution or something.
Yeah.
But like the thing is, like even that movie says that movie was like, hey, you have to be like really fucking smart or like super or something to use those. That's why the kid can use it. I mean, it's stupid, but that's the explanation it's given. I guess Tora is also really autistic or something.
Sure. But yeah, so Torres gets out. He basically drives them up to like the king's box. The two of them are fighting the king while Torres is trying to get to the ship. I guess it makes sense. Those two can actually do action and he can't. You know, not that you got their mini arc of like the two of them are now working. They didn't want to work together. Now they're working together.
I was like, why the fuck? How the fuck are you guys not want to work together? You guys should be working together in the entire time.
Yeah, to be fair, Kenji wanted to. It's that Ursa didn't want to.
Yeah, Ursa is a fucking moron.
Yeah.
I was like, the thing is, like, in the third film, it's like literally, first film is literally placing every character who hates each other should be hating each other in real life. But once they know they're in a fucking predator planet, they're like, yeah, fuck it, we gotta work together. Because if not, we gotta die.
The only thing I could say is like from Ursa's customs is like when the bombs thing was like happening, like she was like desperately getting like Kenji dropped his sword on the ground as a surrender because I'm not going to fight you, that kind of thing. And Ursa is like very desperate, like I need to die from combat, like I have to die through combat. I can't because I guess getting your head blown up doesn't count. So it's like I understand where the logic is coming from. So like when they do eventually get in the ship, like to escape, they fire a harpoon into the ship so that it stays docked. But like Ursa's like, no, you guys go. I need to, so that you guys don't, so that way you guys can get out of here.
The entire
so
time
she
was like,
jumps out. Yeah.
The entire time was like, just blow up the ship. Just press the button and blow up a ship. Do you know which film did that? The third film. They literally show a predator can just press a button and just blow up the entire ship. Like there's a self-destruction in the ship. Just do that. You don't have to do the whole thing. Just blow the entire thing out. It's not like you guys don't have enough like prey or something. You literally show there's like a fucking room of them.
And then also like the predator, the king predator, he throws a spear that rips off Kenji's entire arm, which he was trying to help her get up, Ursa to get up, but like when he saw that, he pushed her out of the way so that they don't get hit, and then that got his arm in the crossfire. I like Kenji. I think he's the best character overall. But yeah, the two of them, they escape. Ursa blows up the harpoon thing so that it can let go of the ship.
I guess none of them, these geniuses, was like, oh shit, I have to kill myself now. I was like, dude, you're in a predator ship. Just use one of the laser guns to just destroy it.
Yeah, but you see, they're trying to get away, which is kind of weird because like you're getting away, but like where are you getting away to? Because like you don't know what planet you're on. You don't know what star system you're on. You don't know if you're going to be able to outrun the other predators. Because like the next thing the king says is like, everybody go after them. The hunt begins, that kind of a thing. So then you see all these other ships chasing after it, and that's how the movie ends. For
I was like no, for one, just blow up the ship. Two, how the fuck did Taurus know how to fly a predator ship? Like just because you know how to fly a World War II ship doesn't mean you can fly alien ship.
Yeah, I guess it's like Andor.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Fuck you.
Yeah, and then there's like a tiny little like credit scene of like the Ursa's put back into cryogenic sleep, and while the other predators are walking past, they walk past Naru, the 18th century hunter who killed the Yakuza in 1719 from prey, essentially. So then So this is like my thing is like, okay, so conveniently we had three people fight in this Coliseum because they're the three people we saw in the movie. But realistically speaking, if you think outside of the movie, why would the Predators not put all of their captives out there to fight? Why only these three specific people?
I don't know.
Like
I guess they just
Naru,
don't
like
want.
all these other like victors that they've won in the past or throughout history. I guess they just don't fight or something. And Dan said like he might develop Naru's character more, but it depends on how Badlands does.
It's gotta be stupid. Like I'm no offense, but like I think he was just gonna run the franchise to the ground again. Like
See,
not the franchise. Yeah.
the thing is like I understand the appeal of Bray in the concept of like, okay, like let's take things like take the weaponry from like our time and like remove that. What would you do to fight a predator from that time period, that kind of a thing? So I understand the appeal of that. I think the thing about like, oh, what if Vikings fought the predator? What if samurais fought the predator? What if World War II vets fight a predator? That kind of a thing. I think it's like I think these are like decent ideas of what if kind of a thing. So it's like I can see where this is coming from or like what the appeal of it is. I don't know if like if it would be better to make three separate movies, like just do like this Killer of Killers like trilogy kind of a thing, but like have them be separated, flesh out your story you want to tell with these characters. Though to be fair, I think the Kenju one doesn't really need that much more time. I think it did fine with the time frame that it needed. I think it's the other two that feels like they're bigger ideas put into a 20-minute section. Though, to be fair, Tor is this thing that doesn't really save it. Stupid. Plain stuff.
This is a movie. I don't even know. Like when I finished this film, I was like, oh shit. Oh, okay. I don't even know how to rank this among the Predator films. I guess it's like one of the worst ones. The thing is, like, it's not as bad as the fourth one because that literally just broke the entire Predator lore. This one introduced a lot of bullshit. I was like, yeah, that's
I feel like this can break a lot of lore, especially if they're bringing Naru in. Like, oh no, yeah, she won the fight, but no, she didn't because she's a slave now.
I mean, fundamentally, it does not break the fundamental lore. It does break the lore though. Like for example, in the second film, the Danny Glover film.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. Oh, have you seen that film? Like, how long ago have you seen that?
It's definitely been a while.
Okay, so at the ending of that film, these spoilers, Danny Glover killed a predator in a predator ship, and the predator actually sees that. Instead of kidnapping him, they give him a gun, the pistol you saw that Torres uses in this film. That is from Utah. That gun. And they just like take it, and the predators like just take it and just leave. So if applying to this film's logic, Danny Glover should be kidnapped and sent to the planet in a gladiator fight. It broke that law. That law is broken.
Are you talking about the pistol?
Yeah, the pistol.
The pistol was from 1751.
Yeah, they reward Danny Glover with that pistol in the second film. That's the same pistol.
I just don't know if that's full evidence though, because like you could say that pistols from because like then again it's like they randomly got.
No, they literally have a gun.
No, I'm saying like they got Kenji's sword. Like that's like Kenji's design, like the sword that he had the design. That's his sword specifically.
Oh, the design
the Stormbreaker that like Ursa had, that was hers as well. The gun is just like just a random gun, but like if you have, but when you have two specific like weapons of these two characters, it is weird to have a gun that's very similar to another character. That I don't know if it is an Easter egg or if it was like intentionally.
You've seen Prey, right? That gun is from that guy is from Prey, but it's original. Okay, the canonic that in terms of like release order, the gun is from the second film, and then Prey just like okay, the gun is actually in this century, and then this film was like, oh, we took the gun from Prey, and then put it in this film, and then like sometime in the future we're just gonna give it to Danny Glover.
it's just weird. It's like it's just a fucking gun, man.
Yeah, they put a lot of lore in this gun for some reason.
I guess it's
Yeah, but yeah, the lore of Brooklyn is like they should just kidnap Danny Glover. There's no excuse in that film. He literally killed a predator in a predator ship, surrounded by predators.
Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger. But then you got to remember these actors are like 80 plus.
I don't know. Just tell them before something. Like this is your lore. I do not fucking give a shit.
Yeah, or it's just a different race. And like the ones that fought Danny Glover and Arnold Schwarzenegger, they're like a different faction of Yakujas that doesn't do that. Like the one who like the Predators having the random. Yeah, we spliced DNA.
Yeah, that was
But yeah, that was Predator Killer of Killers. Not really. It probably didn't need to be this long of a conversation, but like, yeah, I mean, there was not really much to say. Maybe it could have benefited from being actual films and not like 4 stories into one movie. Maybe, I don't know. It did feel like watching What If, but like in a movie format, so that didn't help. The animation was cool. The ideas are decent. Like, again, it's like, what if you do these different aspects and they fight a predator of that time period? What do they do? It's just like, but the problem too is like the predators just either lose so badly or like it's like Home Alone traps essentially.
yeah.
They just look goofy when they are losing this badly to these specific people. But yeah,
That's the first film. Oh my god, that's already 1 hour.
yeah. So that will take us to Mission Impossible Final Reckoning.
You seen that?
So I did talk about this in my last video on the last podcast. It's not really a franchise for me, in my opinion. So I can't really get myself to get into it. So I'll probably let you take the lead.
Yeah, I don't. So basically, this is a continuation of that Reckoning, and that film introduced like a AI that can literally hack anything. And this film was like, yeah, we gotta Ethan, I want you to use this AI to transfer to this machine so that I can hack everything. I don't think you remember what that Reckoning is, so they just nerfed the AI in this film. But yeah, that's the premise. Even as you like follow the AI there and just like I need you to retrieve the AI from that submarine and then just put it in this server so I can hack everything. Yeah, that's the premise. Do you think it's good?
So I'll say, like, from the reception that I've seen, a lot of people were definitely not happy about it, or like it definitely felt like it was like a really big whimper of an ending for a franchise that's been going on since the 90s. But yeah.
Yeah, I do not think it's good because like here's the thing. I don't understand the logic of this film. Because this film is like 3 hours and they're like, fuck me. There's so many flashbacks.
Yeah, you got to remind that this is the last one. This is the end.
Hey, do you know that the rabbit's foot, like the J.J. Abrams film, the thing that J.J. Abrams like just like, yeah, I don't even know what the rabbit's foot is. And now I was like, and then this film was like, actually, the rabbit's foot is the entity, the AI hacking thing the entire time. I was like, what? You kidding me?
Oh, it's Sutek.
Sutek. Yeah, sure. And then I was like, but the thing is like even though J.J. Abrams did not know what the thing is, there's a bio weapon symbol in front of the rabbit's foot. And the flashback may show the bio weapon symbol in front of the rabbit's foot. I was like, you're not gonna convince me that's the entity. Yeah, the AI is called the entity. If you're wondering.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's but yeah, the entity. Fun. So yeah, that this movie just packed with flashbacks and exposition. There's like some character scenes that are like, okay, I could like that in isolation, I guess. At the same time, I was like, there's just not much. There's a lot of like plot exposition. I'm gonna be honest, I did not give a fuck enough to rewatch it, so to understand the exposition.
Yeah.
I only remember like none of it makes any sense because like in order to do this, you have to do this. I was like, what? Why is it so complicated? And okay, so this movie is split in first two halves. The first half is to infiltrate the submarine. To do so, the planets fly to the nearest ocean and just randomly drop Tom Cruise in the ocean without even a diving suit. And then hope that he will like freeze in water and we will save him in like what, Antarctica, like not the North Pole or something. Hope that he does not die. Okay? Do you and the submarine in the bottom of the ocean, by the way? Do you see anything wrong with this plan?
Um. Hmm.
Yeah,
What's the problem?
I don't know. The plan is to tell Tom Cruise to jump out of the fucking plane into the ocean without even a diving suit to get a thing from in a submarine that's in the bottom of the ocean.
Well, to be fair, the meta reason is Tom King would Tom Cruise would have done that anyway.
Yeah, sure. That's that's such a fucking. That was so hilarious when I saw this. I was watching with a friend and we were like, "What the fuck? Why would you make it like that?" And then because this movie is like made with like dumb, stupid morons, so suddenly there's a random character who has a submarine, just suddenly just saves Tom Cruise in the middle of the ocean. He just knows that. So yeah, that's the first half of Mission Impossible. It's based on that plan. Also Luthen dies in like 2 scenes in the film. I'm so happy. I'm so glad that Jeremy Renner said no to his character die like that in Fallout. And now we got Luthen dying like this. But you see, they need to spend more time with the remaining cast so they have to kill off an established character. Right? No, this movie introduced like several characters who just got infected in this film. Or at best the last film. I don't even know why the fuck we dedicate so much time to NPC characters whose only purpose is shoot stuff. It's so weird. And then yeah, they have the the evil guy from the first film who has a son and his purpose is to just, oh, I'm gonna shake your hand. I don't want to shake your hand in the film at first, but now I want to shake your hand at the end. He does not do anything in the entire film. Yeah, I know that I'm talking in like jumping random parts, but you have to understand, I literally do not give a shit enough to be like rewatch it. I just want to talk about the parts that I just want to talk about.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like the funny thing. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, there's like one scene I like. It's just Haley Atwell's tits.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's literally in front of the camera. I was like, yay!
Does it do like setting up a protege or the next thing that could maybe do a sequel stuff without Tom Cruise?
The thing is like the ending is open ended.
Of course it is. No,
Yeah,
we gotta make sequels.
yeah.
I know.
The thing is, like, I was like, when I saw the ending, I was like, oh, so Tom Cruise could return if he wanted to.
Yeah, it's
The
also
other,
funny because like you see all the trailers. It's like this is the last of us, the last of the ride. One final thing, a final reckoning, one might say. Um, I know a lot of people definitely want to like Palm's character to take the mantle, that kind of a thing. But to be fair, that's more on I like Palm more than like do I actually want to see.
no, Palm is barely a character here.
Yeah.
Uh,
But what I mean is like, were they doing like trying to pull like a Shia LaBeouf in Indiana Jones 3 or Crystal Skull, for example? But yeah.
yeah, I wish, because that even that move, they did not even do anything like funny like that. They're just like open ended. I don't even talk about like the second half. By the way, do you know this film's villain is called Gabriel, who's actually like really connected to Tom Cruise's past? Like he has a history with Tom Cruise, and he's a Saturday morning cartoon villain. Like when he runs away from Tom Cruise, he's just like, nah 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 nah, you can't catch me, la 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 la. No, that was some. He said something similar like this. Like every time he just escapes, like ha 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 ha. You can't touch me, Tom Cruise. And that's the villain. That's a villain. He's just a Saturday morning cartoon villain. He's just pathetic as fuck. And they never explore his backstory with Tom Cruise at all. Oh yeah, this guy drives the second half of the film, and that's the villain. And what's the plan? So the plan on the later half is to insert the virus in this device so he can hack the world. But we could do that, but because the virus takes time to hack the world, so Tom Cruise has to, like, when he inserted, they just gotta like lock the virus in this device so that it could not hack the world. Like, and hopefully the villain will just plug the device in this thing at the time, and hopefully we can just fight off every single person there immediately, so that we can just go to a room and just hack the device in the world. Basically, this plan is fucked. Like, you can't expect everything to work. Like, you can't expect the villain to just like, yeah, I'm gonna plug this device right now, and then we just gotta fight like 50 people, and then run into his room and just like lock the virus in that place. Yeah, that's the plan. Yeah. I don't even know what to say about this film, because this film wasted a lot of actors. Like Nick Offerman's in this film, Mark Gatiss is in this film, Katie M. O'Brien is in this film.
Oh, yeah, they made like Angela Bassett's character. Now she's the president of the United States.
Yeah, and that character is like exposition machine. I mean, she has an arc technically, but like I was like, I don't want to launch the nukes. That arc. I'm gonna trust Tom Cruise. I guess that's the arc.
Katie O'Brien.
Yeah, she's not a character. She's just an exposition machine. And yeah, and of course, if you see the stunts, like Tom Cruise like hangs on a plane to fight the villain Gabriel. Okay.
Naturally.
And do you want to know how he dies? If you do not care about spoilers.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you ABC. A. He decided to punch Tom Cruise. He decided to just leave the plane and fight Tom Cruise hand to hand. And Tom Cruise just throws him in the, what's it called, the engine. That's A. B. Tom Cruise takes control of the plane so that he tried to parachute off the plane, but he accidentally hit the plane when before he opens the parachute. C. He and Tom Cruise has a fight in midair. They have honorary battle and they have a gunfight that shoot through all the engines of the plane, and Gabriel just got blown up by the engine. Which one do you think is correct?
Probably that last one.
No.
The midair fight?
No. So yeah, the answer is B. He literally tried to jump off the plane with a parachute and he accidentally hit the plane.
Syndrome.
Yeah, except
not the cape through a parachute.
Yeah, before he even opens up, he just accidentally hit the fucking plane. And just like, yeah, he dies like that. I was like, fucking hell. What the fuck is this guy connected to, like, Tom Cruise's past? He just dies like that. It's hilarious. But yeah,
when you get to the 8th film of a franchise that's original, that's like, you just gotta bullshit. Do what you gotta do.
Oh god. But yeah, that's the end, and then we got the. Hey, I really commend that Tom Cruise do all those stunts. Like he literally, there's a stunt that behind the scenes that he literally set fire on the parachute, and he has to use the backup parachute. That was actually real. He did that take so many times. I actually like compliment him for that. The thing is that he could not hire a good writer. Okay, here's the thing. Christopher McQuarrie can write. He wrote Mission Impossible Fallout, one of the best action movies since forever. I don't know what the fuck happened to him in That Reckoning and Final Reckoning. He could not write for shit for some reason. Or he came out with the AI idea. Why the fuck we came out with AI?
AI is the big thing.
And people would just defend it. It was like, oh, you see, corporates want to use AI. And Tom Cruise hates AI. It was like, oh, okay.
Of course.
Do you want to tell a story instead of like, this?
I mean, AI is bad.
Fun. So yeah, that's the Final Reckoning. And if you want to know the ending is just like, Grace Haley Atwell. So Haley Atwell's character called Grace. He just gave him the entity in like middle of the street, and then they just go their separate ways.
Yep.
Does this sound like the ending for you?
Nah. Well, to be fair, going separate ways means nothing. Because they'll always make a sequel film, especially nowadays. Like you can make a sequel out, but then again, you can have like a really clear ending and just make a sequel just cause. But yeah, it doesn't feel like an ending. It doesn't sound like it, but yeah.
But yeah, that's the ending, and people just defend it. It's like, oh, you see, it's thematic because Tom Cruise like disappearing in the shadows, and people never know he sacrificed it to the world. I was like, cool. That's literally the ending of every single Mission Impossible films.
WandaVision.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I want to talk about Squid Game next.
Sure.
So Squid Game season 3. This is like a great example of, you can tell that the writer did not give a fuck about like continuing after season 1, but because it was such a big box office draw, it's not a box office draw because it's a TV show, but like lots of viewers, obviously, because unique idea, looks kind of cool. what if Hunger Games, but in Korea and different. But I mean, the idea is like you have a bunch of people who do this game show, and mostly to get rid of their debt. And they're always given an option, like you can leave if you want, but a lot of these guys, they're like, no, because I'm dead either way. I'm either dead without this debt paid off, or I'm dead in the ring, one or the other. But at least I have a chance to maybe get the money, that kind of thing. The thing is, like, this franchise, I know the creator. He's always been like, yeah, I just did not give a fuck about moving on. Like, it was supposed to be a one and done thing, and then you have like season 2 and 3. I mean, essentially, it's just doing the same thing with 4, 5, 6, but like it just gets meaner and meaner for each season, just kind of like punishing him for no reason.
It's weird because the thing is, I actually like it better than a lot of other people.
For 3?
Yeah, season 3.
Okay.
I don't think it's good though. I think it's quite good.
No, it just goes back to like you feel like the lesson that is learned is that, like, you got that lesson in season 1 that it's always going to be a continuous cycle. You can't stop the games, and people are always going to keep coming back because people are always going to have debt, that kind of a thing. So it's like, I don't know. It's just like, it does feel like a prolonging of like doing something that's kind of like, we kind of already get it. But I mean, I'll give it, like, they gave a unique kind of story aspect to it. I mean, it's so unique that like they literally put a baby as a contestant, because 222 was
that part. I was like, fuck's sake, there's no way anyone's gonna prove that.
No, but you see, it's a part of the rules, since the mom died and gave her DNA to the baby, so the baby now is like contractually obligated to fight in the thing. So 4, 5, 6 is spending the rest of the season essentially, because like from the ending of season 2, he does go back to the games, and he tries to do a mutiny against the higher ups, but then he gets caught, and then he gets essentially imprisoned. And then you pretty much have like the first half of the season for season 3, like either chained up, or he feels really bad about what happened, or he's hating other people and that kind of a thing. Then like when the baby is like born, and then 222 passes away, so he's essentially being the father figure of this baby, and he's doing everything he can to make sure that the baby doesn't die and that kind of a thing. I mean, you can kind of summarize the season up. Yeah, so like while the baby's just like sitting in the middle of the floor, like these guys are like fighting or doing things like that, throwing them off a cliff. And then it's just him and the baby left. It's like, one of you has to die, one of you has to live. So then 4, 5, 6, he kills himself.
Yeah, that was like, to be honest, I think everyone expected that. It was like, yeah, he's gonna die to save the baby or something.
And of course, he's not gonna throw the baby on the.
Because like when they introduced, like, hey, the showrunner was like, yeah, you know what, let's have a baby in the thing. I was like, okay, there's no way anyone's gonna prove that. The thing is like, okay, if even the villain's morale was like, the villain's morale was like, the people are selfish, inherently selfish, and they would do anything for themselves. They would not help each other. I was like, okay, what the fuck is the baby's? I was like, yeah, that's a baby. The baby, you literally said that baby could not make any choices.
Yeah, but the sin is that the baby has the same DNA as his mother, so.
I was like, yeah, that broke the entire I was like, that baby literally broke the value of the entire villain's faction when they just put him in the game. I was like, it's because of the VIP just wanted entertainment. I was like, just say no.
Honestly, it's just hilarious too. Like 4, 5, 6 kills himself, and there's like, oh yeah, let's just trust that these guys know what to do with the baby post my death, because who's gonna take care of the baby? They're gonna take care of it. Like, who's funny?
Yeah, it's weird because I've seen this season. I was like, I like it more because there's still a lot of good scenes when it comes to characters. Okay, mainly
Yeah.
mainly the main character. I mean,
Yeah.
the problem is like they have to bet the story benefit backwards to justify because those contestants like they're like I'm sad the baby has money the baby is gonna share money I'm gonna kill the baby. I was like fuck's sake. It's just a few. You just gotta lose a few billion.
I'm curious, like, where did this idea come from? That, like, yeah, keep going. I'll come back to that.
It's like
About
because
the
I was like
contestants wanting to kill the baby.
the contestants just want to kill the baby. It's like the baby wants it's got to share money, and they were like, no fair. We are about to almost start to earn money. How can a baby cost you? I was like, and I'm gonna kill the baby. I was like, what? Seriously? You guys are put through the hell just to kill everyone. You guys don't even want to kill people, and suddenly you guys just want to kill a baby. Here's the thing: the episode before is like really good with a lot of character payoffs. Even episode 3 has a lot of good payoffs with the Monica committing suicide. After she killed his son. There's a lot of good things about this season, but like at the same time, you just got a lot of bullshit like this. Like everything about the baby was like, what the fuck? And the VIP was like, yeah, you know what? Let me watch babies getting killed. I was like, what the fuck? Are the VIP just cartoons suddenly? I know that they enjoy seeing people fight each other, but they're like, but you have to remember, those are adults, and then they're like, yeah, let's kill babies as well. I was like, what? Why would the fuck would you guys even want to see babies getting killed? Oh, you see, because rich people are like, oh, you see, oh yeah, that's why. Maybe that's why rich people was like, yeah, rich people actually love to see people die. I think that's the showrunner's morality. Actually, the showrunner thinks that this series about capitalism, and all they can think of is like, look at these VIP. Look at how evil they are. They want to kill babies. I mean, for me, the show is about humanity, like what people will do to survive. Like you can see, like the father's, like okay, the baby's father, he literally want to kill his own child just so that he can survive.
Yeah. So going back to we were talking about the creative process. Huang, the creator, director, writer, he not the writer, creator. He always envisioned like the story to be like one story overall, but like there was probably way too many episodes to make it one season long. So it's like, okay, I guess we can extend it here and there. But like he still felt pretty satisfied with season 1 alone. So it's just like, okay, we just need to figure out how to continue the story. And then like, but you got I mean, just the pink and green jackets are like iconic now. The hoods and the triangle mask and all that stuff, it's iconic stuff. You also got like, what was it? David Fincher is gonna do Squid Games America USA or something like that. It's like, what?
I mean, the only saving grace is like David Fincher is gonna make it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I was like, because I say this, they could be worse. It could be a lot worse because they could just hand it to a showrunner.
It's just weird because like this IP was like originally like a Korean thing, and it's like all of a sudden, yeah, let's make it global. The first, I guess.
At the very least, those people can speak proper English instead of whatever fuck up VIPs say. I was like, they do not sound natural at all.
Yeah, it sounds like a bad dub anime. No offense, but like,
yeah, and those VIP have one personality. I'm cartoonishly evil.
Yeah.
Like this is why I was like, when the showrunner was actually this critiquing capitalism, I was like, I think this show is about humanity because if all you can think of is
you also got the front man kind of explaining how that character becomes the front man as well.
Yeah,
Basically, yeah.
it's like he just like desperation caused him to kill everyone. I was like, this is why I was like more about humanity than capitalism because all they can think of is look at how evil those rich people are.
So like
Oh.
the other thing about the front man is like he used to be a winner of the Squid Games, and he wanted to see what 456 would do, like how far would he go, that kind of a thing. So it's like I'm not like you kind of a thing.
I mean, it does work because like now the 4-5 like the masked man was like, yeah, I still respect you, even though I won't. My belief is not completely changed.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. From there's something I like about I say that there's some good things about this season, but then the VIP stuff is just fucking stupid. And what do we have? It's the subplot about them finding the island.
Yeah.
That was
it's just to pad out the runtime.
no, that was pointless. I thought they gonna like have a fight scene inside when they assaulted the island or something, but like no. That would be cool. Like no, let's not do that. Let's just have him finding the island for 2 seasons and then achieve nothing. Like people online was like, this is the most useless detective in the world. Like literally, he achieved nothing for like 3 seasons, and he's like one of the main characters at this point. And we also have the North Korean lady who was like works inside Squid Game. I was like, oh, interesting idea. Now we can explore about the inner circles of the workers.
Yeah. So when Huang originally written the season, Jihan was going to be able to escape the games whether he won or not, along with other people, and then he would go and see his daughter. But he felt like that ending just didn't line up, given the situation. It didn't line up because given the situation in the contemporary world. So he altered the story to include Jun-hee and her baby, as to allow Jihan to sacrifice himself for the baby's future, which was viewed as a symbol of the next generation.
Okay, say that again.
In the original ending of the show, Jihan was going to be able to escape the games, winning or not, along with others, and then he would go to see his daughter, but he felt like this ending did not really line up given the situation in the contemporary world. He altered the story to include Jun-hee and the baby, just so that Jihan could sacrifice himself for the baby's future, which Wang saw as a symbol of the next generation.
What the fuck? Why don't they just do the first one?
You can see that you did see that like in earlier episodes, like he was trying to get like the mutiny or like trying to get a rebellion or trying to get the others out, but that didn't work. So it's like I guess it was like lining up with the original idea, and it's like it's never gonna work because like these guys will always keep fighting for their chance of being able to pay off their debts. So it's like I guess it's just like it was like I included 222 and her baby so that this force is like, okay, I mean he's not gonna kill a baby, he's gonna have to kill himself, right? So
I was like, of course he's gonna kill himself. What the fuck is that? There's no dynamic here. I was like, of course he's not.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
He does the Rafiki gif, like the edited one where he throws Simba into the wild.
Yeah, that's gonna be funny. I think I appreciate the thing one because I just don't want him to die. Like, I don't think he should be dying. I think the frontman should respect him enough for him not to die. And the entire plot is banned around let's kill babies. I was like, yeah, no, I think the first one, I think the original anime would be bad because at the very least, no one was stupid enough to be like, let's kill babies.
But the thing is, like, the frontman's like whole thing is like, only one of you can live though. Like, so so the adult has to choose: does the baby die or not? So, like, there's just no other way to go around it. So it's like, I don't know if it would be better if like there was like a child, but like a cognizant child, like a 5-year-old at least. but like then you'd have to like understand like, well, people can sign up for the Squid Games, right? So it's like it's not like you can like it's not like you're like stuck there and you live there, that kind of a thing.
No, they
But then at
they
the same time, I guess what is a 9-month pregnant mother doing in the Squid Games? But I mean, I know debt must be bad, but like that's kind of weird.
I mean, she does not even look 9 months pregnant.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a weird season. And then we got the detective, and then the North Korea mother. I don't think she even does impact the original story, and she does not even impact the main plot point. And they just redo the organ harvesting again for no reason. And yeah, you just want to save one person because apparently some guy can just delete the information of just one character no one noticed for some reason. I was like, no, everyone should be noticing that.
But you know, of course, we gotta have our some kind of credit scene or like some kind of ending, because all of a sudden Kate Blanchett
Jesus Christ.
Kate Blanchett comes and she's recruiting for the Los Angeles Squid Games.
And she's playing a Korean game in America.
Yeah, and she's like Australian.
Yep. But and to be honest, she has one line, and that one line is so much better delivered than any English in this entire franchise.
I mean, to be fair, that makes sense.
Yeah, and I don't even know where did they find those English those people who speak English, because they do not sound natural.
The only thing I can say is like, I know that obviously like there is like a charm of like when your national language is like speaking English, but it's not going to be that clean. It makes sense, and I guess like they didn't think that Squid Games was going to be that much of a cultural phenom. I mean, like Mr. Beast loves it so much he made Beast Games. So, like, yes, but I'm sure. Plus, I'm pretty sure Mr. Beast also played a big factor into making it way more popular. But like, yeah, it's just like I can understand that because like, you know, when I watch like Indian movies, for example, like, you know, sometimes they speak English here and there, and it's like it's not the best, but like there's still like a charm to it because like it's like people of like your culture that's like speaking English in the way that they're trying to, or not as great, but like to do that. So it's like there's like a charm to it, I guess. I guess I can't really. I mean, obviously, I can't speak for Korean viewers, but that's what I was thinking of for that example.
It's clear those are like U.S. people. Like, okay, those are like overseas people who just landed in like born in UK, born in Korea, and they just get those people, and then those like the English is like fuck me. Yeah, and those are the VIPs, and yeah, those are the plot points. The only good plot points are Ki Han's, like that part. That's the only reason I like it, because I like Ki Han. And some of the side characters are like really good. Yeah, but yeah.
So Huang said that final scene with Kate Blanchett, he did not plan that scene at all. Because
I can tell.
Because nobody told him what David Fincher wants to do. But basically, she's Nick Fury.
Oh, okay, that was weird. Wait, he did not plan that scene.
No.
What the fuck? Okay.
He just did it so like it. I guess it would set up the Squid Games America. Which, to be fair, the Squid Game America thing, it could have been like a completely alternate take, or it's like doing it again but with American people. Which, by the way, I still think it's a crazy concept. By the way, taking a IP from another country and like just making it your own, that kind of thing. It's not fair when it happens, is what I'm trying to say.
I mean, hopefully David Fincher knows what he's doing, because I only have like some interest because it's David Fincher, and so far his track record is mostly perfect. Like even now, it's not like he's not like really got his whose like record just fell off like years ago. No, it's David Fincher. His last film is like really good. So that's the only thing I have is just David Fincher.
Yeah.
But yeah, that the ending is like not really that satisfying. I was like, hey.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Again, it feels like taking something that was meant to be one season, elongating it to make it a third season, finding some way to end it, and then let's get ready for a Squid Game universe.
And yeah, and the thing is like they don't even need to include the fuck. Just keep the original ending. Don't have the killing baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so that was Squid Game season 3. Let's bring it to Megan 2.0.
You seen that?
Nah, but
Come on.
I've seen a lot of interviews because it's really funny.
Come on, it's a phenomenon.
Phenomenon.
Yeah, it's a phenomenon.
The director just like said that about like the Megan 2 flop. It's like, yeah, you see, like I thought we could make it our Superman because like we could just turn it into like whatever we want. We can make it an action movie. We can make it a superhero. We can turn her into like the superhero. We can make it a summer blockbuster instead of a horror movie. And like it's like I just want to go fucking crazy. There you go.
Hey, you should change the E into a 3, like the film.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Which is weird because like it's not the third film.
Hey, that's what 2 part. They got Megan 3.0 someday. What the fuck that film is? Hey, I can tell you what that film is about, and you can just tell me. You can just explain behind the scenes. Holy shit. So this film is about that evil AI in the first film. Actually, she's good now.
I mean, of course. It's really funny.
No,
it already made its budget too, so it'll be fine.
Oh my god, yeah, that's they really stretch the budget. I can give it that.
Yeah.
But the thing about this film, it's how do I explain this?
Amelia,
played by Ivana Sagno from Ahsoka. She's a evil android. She goes rogue, and they're forced to have the evil, and the FBI, played by the I don't know, Smelly Pete from Percy Jackson show, has to like find the main character in the first film to get what's it called, Megan again, to stop Amelia. But the thing is that the main character in the first film does not want to work with the FBI, so she do it behind their backs. Yeah, that's the story. I mean, the movie's hilarious, by the way, because like I do not for a second think that I'm ready to give a shit about the film. It just gotta be like, yeah, let's make something cool. Yeah.
Why do you think people like the first movie so much?
Because the doll is like a Gen Z.
Yeah, I mean, you saw you couldn't walk to another city and not see the Megan dance.
Yeah, the Megan is just a Gen Z kid in a killer robot, but because Chucky is like an evil serial killer, but what if Chucky is a robot and she's a Gen Z serial killer who says Gen Z terms, and he was like doing the Gen Z dance with like the internet?
I don't even think it's Gen Z anymore. I think it's probably Gen X.
It's weird. Yeah, like Megan just like say like, snappy, hey girl, slay. Like, I know those terms because I'm also Gen Z, but like I'm not that kind of Gen Z.
Yeah.
Like those
but you see, like they were obviously pleased about how Megan's box office performed, and they always planned a sequel. James Wan talked about the idea of where sequels could go. There was plenty of ideas, but this is what they landed on.
So yeah, I was like, when I heard the premise,
There's so many superhero content. Why don't we just do that?
it's such a phenomenon. Fuck. Yeah. Megan 2.0. So let's just address the thing. Megan killed a lot of people in the first film. How do they
Yeah.
justify in this film? Because they have to bring that up.
She's Black Widow.
Oh, yeah. You see, that's how they do it. Hey, you know that I kill people. That's your fault. You program me like this, even though my program malfunctioned or something. Yeah, that's the main character's fault. She programmed her like this, even though that is not her intention, and her program clearly fucked up, and she tried to shut her down the entire time. In the first film, they just blame it on the main character. And yeah, Megan is a good guy.
Yeah,
That's how to justify it.
Well, that makes sense, you know. One thing I'll say, Ivana, she learned Krav Maga and Tai Chi, so it's pretty hot.
Rana?
Ivana.
Ivana. Oh, that's
Like she had
Ivana, yeah.
fighting
Yeah.
forms, so that's pretty hot, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I like her performance. I don't know, because like it's basically just like the final reckoning. They have to go to this place to recover an AI to destroy the world. Like you have to see to believe that they literally copy the thing from Final Reckoning for some reason.
Yeah, when are we gonna get good AI stuff? It's been a while.
No, you see, the Amelia android has to go to this room to okay, because there's a really stupid twist in the middle of it, that someone's controlling this Amelia droid, and the Amelia droid suddenly just gain conscious now, and she finds the AI black box thing that is here since 1984, but no one mentions it for some reason, and it's locked here. So she goes there and just touches it, and suddenly her eyes glows like 4, and like there's lightning around her, and she was just says like, "I see all AI. I see everything."
Yeah, and Amelia, she wants to absorb the motherboard's knowledge to cause the human extinction.
Yeah, that's what they went with. It's hilarious as fuck. But yeah, if you yeah, I'm just jumping around, but yeah, that's the film. Amelia is just a good guy. Amelia is a bad guy, but they can easily bring her back. I'm gonna be honest, they can easily bring her back based on what happened in this film.
Yeah, I mean they talked about the backup on the computer.
Yeah, and also her physical body is not destroyed. Someone can just walk into this room and just recover her.
Yeah.
And yeah, this Megan is just a good girl, because like they just try to gaslight you in the first film. What I don't get is like, why the fuck would you think this is action film material?
I don't know. I guess it's because Superman is that. So.
And it's not like this movie has a lot of budget to do that. It's like the budget is only like 20 million or something.
That's the part that's crazy. It's like, don't you feel like you need to get more budget from the fans who somehow like your character in order to do that maybe in the future? And that, I mean, I guess you can make an action film about $15 million, but you're already limiting yourself because you have to use like more CGI for the robotic fighting movements, especially since she's not human.
No, yeah, that's one thing, and also they have a CGI her face, the doll face. You remember that? Yeah. I want to talk about the funniest thing of the entire film. Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Okay, they don't have Elon Musk in the film. They did not cast Elon Musk, but like there's an evil Elon Musk. You see, he's just a zoomer. He can make anything. He's like billionaire. He's like the richest person in the world. And he was like, "Yeah, girl, I want to do whatever. I want to buy your company because I'm just evil rich billionaire. I don't know." And he can shut off the entire country's system by a press of the button. They literally showed that in the film. That was not a joke. And
Yeah.
and that's oh yeah, he's just a clown character because Amelia kills him because he knows that he likes to fuck young low intelligent woman. So she just play hot, and evil Elon Musk was like just comes in and was like, "Hey girl, let me bring you to your room. I want to fuck you." No offense, I don't think that's how people act. And so yeah, he just shows her how to control the entire city, and she just kills evil Elon Musk after she basically just tries to rape her. And she was like, "I am," and evil Elon Musk even shows her how to use the entire thing and just brings her to a room that he can control the entire country. That was hilarious. I was laughing the entire time when that character show up. And of course he dies like a bitch. Yeah, and that's I don't know, that's like it's such a phenomenon. Yeah. Gen Z's. I don't even, because like I could describe a lot.
It's like Hollywood's version of Gen Z. It's not like real Gen Z.
It's also Hollywood. Yeah, it's also Hollywood version of Elon Musk.
Yeah. So you see, that kind of leads us to the next one. Oh shit.
Oh yeah, bad movie. Okay. But I recommend you guys just have a, if you want to fucking get drunk and have a laugh, just watch this one. It's hilarious. I can promise you this one. I can promise you this.
Yeah. So speaking of Hollywoodization, I'll talk about F1, the movie. I just watched this yesterday. So it's a film about Brad Pitt, this old guy who loves to race, no matter what, and he is like friends with an old buddy of his, played by Javier Bardem, who's retired, but like he owns his own race company kind of a thing, and his own team, but they're like really shit. He has a rookie played by Damson Idris, and he just wants Brad to like help him out and like help their team and that kind of thing, because like they're really really ass, and there's only nine games left in the season, so there's that kind of stuff. Brad Pitt plays like just like that old dude, but like he's like really like loose and free, but he still like really wants to win. But like there's something that you notice, like whenever he does win, it's like he like, so like in the beginning of the film he wins like the Daytona championship, but he doesn't want to touch the trophy. He doesn't want to acknowledge that he did that because he finds that to be like bad luck or something like that. But he goes over to F1. We learned from the past, like he used to be in an F1 tournament 30 years ago, but like he got in a big accident and hurt him pretty badly. And but okay, so let's say this. I think the movie is fine. I know like it's very divisive right now, especially in terms of commentary. And it mainly comes from like whether you're a fan of the sport or not, Formula One driving. Because like I've seen like a few reviews, so I can understand like what is like that kind of thing. I think the best part of the movie is just getting the thrill of um the racing scenes. There's a lot of racing scenes too, so it's like it's not like a little bit and like mostly drama, that kind of thing. It's not like that at all. And but I do think there's probably the problem of like this being an original story. It has to do like a lot of legroom for building the characters, which I don't think they really do that. I mean, Damson Idris' character, he's the rookie. He doesn't really care that much about winning. He just wants the glory. He wants to win, but like he's cool with like all the fame and pictures and women he gets to be with and all that stuff. And Brad Pitt, he's kind of like explaining that side. You got to put everything you got into it. And there, the classic case of like these guys are like butting heads. They're not gelling very well. Then they do a few races together. They start working together properly. They weren't good in the first game. They were horrible in the first game. To the point where like Damson like literally crashed his car intentionally into Brad's car. I know the other problem too is like the age difference is pretty massive because like you're not seeing a 61-year-old do a Formula One driving. That's like, not possible at all. But it's a movie, and I think that that's kind of been the commentary for the back and forth. Although it's not realistic, but it's not supposed to be realistic. It's a movie. Like I'm sure, like if you watch like Top Gun, I mean, a lot of people talk about like there's a problem with like the aviation, how things are done, but it works for a summer blockbuster movie, that kind of thing. So it's like, but like yeah, it's the same crew from Top Gun Maverick, doing this. But yeah, and then you can feel the elements of like this is the old guy teaching the new guy something, that kind of thing. But like you also have the part where like the young guy gets injured or like he's not able to continue, so the old guy has to take his place and show what's up. And he eventually does win the Formula One race. And even after all that, it was something he has been wanting for 30 years. But he still goes right back. Like, it's not, I don't really care. Like, you guys to celebrate the win. He gives the trophy to Javier Bardem, who's very happy and all that stuff. But like, yeah, it's just like, he just doesn't care about the money or anything like that. He just wants to race because he doesn't know anything else outside of that. And you have some other stuff too. Like he also gets like a minor injury here and there, things like that. He has a relationship with the technical director played by Kerry Condon, and I just thought like there was no need to put this in. Like I don't know why. Like sometimes like it's okay to not have like a romance subplot in the movie because it was just really weird. Yeah, it's like she was turned on by the fact that he lied to the rookie because like he has like such a big ego, Brad Pitt's character, but like he decides to swallow his pride and allow the rookie to think that he beat him in a game of poker, and yeah, that's what gets to the fucking. I mean, it's Kerry Condon. I get it, but
Oh, by the way, they cut Simone Ashley's cut out the entire film.
yeah, that wasn't fun. You do see her, like it's like very clear you can see her because like there's like a POV shot. I wish that was true. But it's a POV shot of like, and Simone Ashley just walks into the camera. She like directly winks and blows a kiss into it and then leaves. That's it. But like, you can tell it's her. Like, it's not like you have to spot her out, find her in the crowd. No, you do see her like in that 1 second shot.
It's like, yeah, what the fuck is she? What's her scene about? I want to try to understand it.
No, she was just a celebrity fangirl who was there to watch the race in the UK. That was it.
I guess that was weird.
But they said she was supposed to have a bigger role, that's the part where I'm trying to understand, because like,
No, she does have a bigger role.
In the end, she's just a celebrity cameo, basically.
Oh, apparently there's actually an article about why her role is cut. Let's see.
Can you read it?
Sure. Let's see.
Because like,
let's see.
Because it just turned out she was just a random celebrity cameo, basically.
It's like, it happens on every film where you have to shoot more than you can use. There were 2 or 3 storylines that ultimately didn't make into the final cut. Oh, that's it. But Simone, she's an incredible talent, incredible actress, incredible singer, and I would love to work with her again. Oh, that's it. That's the explanation.
Yeah, I'm just not sure what she could have been, because like, in the end, she's just like, she's playing Simone Ashley, basically, a celebrity that came to watch the race.
I guess, yeah, because I think there's
she used to be a character, just like, but now she's just like that celebrity cameo. That's about it.
Probably they can have extended cut, because they could have extended cut.
Yeah. So for F1, I think that's kind of like the main thing that you're probably going to notice for anybody that's watching it. It's like, I do think it's a good movie. I don't think it's amazing. I know that people are talking about, summer blockbusters are back. Original IPs kind of a thing, which I understand the value of that. Do I think it's great? No. I think it's fine. But I think a lot of it can come down to like, if you're a fan of Formula One driving, you're probably not going to like it. Especially since there seems to be like a lot of rules of like things like, it's kind of weird because like in the movie, like there's like so many instances of like Brad Pitt's character, he's like trying to find a way how to cheat, but not cheat so much that like he can still win. So it's like, then it's like it puts a bad stigma on like actual Formula One driving, at least according to fans of it. So I understand it from that point of view. I also don't think the character drama was like that much, especially with like with Carrie Condon and all this stuff. Like when they were actually doing the racing stuff or talking about the racing stuff, that stuff was fine. It was just like the personal stuff that wasn't really interesting. But Javier Bardem, I mean, he had some good scenes too. They talked about potentially making a sequel already, so they're kind of prepared for that. It did have like a similar like Top Gun vibe, like where they had like the camera shots to make it feel like you're flying. They had a similar thing for the race car driving too, so that was really cool. Yeah, that's pretty much F1.
Yeah, I'll probably go watch it.
I find any production notes.
Not really. I'm finding any production notes. It's like, it's weird. Oh, God. Let's see.
They did have like a lot of people from like Formula One, like obviously the like different racers and anything like that, helping out with the making facts or like making things. I also think like some for other things is like they put like a lot of like the crazy shit, like what could work for like a drop, like for a movie basically. So it's like it's like because like there were like a lot of like these guys should have died or like they should have got really hurt, but the thing is like they get hurt in like almost every race. So it's like
this movie is 300 million. Holy shit! What do they have for 300 million? It's just a movie about F1. You don't need 300 million for this.
I guess it's probably the car. I mean, there's a lot of brand deals in this movie. They had Ford, Hyundai, Ferrari, like those alone, Audi.
I mean, they have a lot of like they have a lot of racers here for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, like, so most of these teams are from the Top Gun Maverick team, basically. And they also had like Lewis Hamilton. He's a F1 driver. He was helping a lot with the production.
They hire a lot of like drivers.
Brad Pitt cost $30 million.
No, of course he cost 30 million.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's kind of evident that what he was probably drawn to for this role was being like Top Gun is my best guess.
Yeah,
but he said, yeah, so here it is. The reported film budget went to 300 million. The director Kaczynski, he was denying the claim, but like, but there is like a lot of sponsorships, rebates. I mean, they also filmed in Dubai as well. I've never had an experience where they were off by this much of the film. I don't know where that number came from. He says it's $200 million. People still claim it's 300 million, so they can't agree on which number is correct.
300.
I think it's 300. There's no way.
No, there's no way. Oh well.
But yeah. But I've also seen like people recommend is like probably watch Rush if you want like a better kind of like
I mean, 4-3 Ferrari, I guess.
4v Ferrari. See, but like I think like for that kind of film, like it benefits from having like a history. Like it's a real story based off of a true story. So it's like you can actually like expect it to be more grounded in terms of like what it's doing. Obviously with some Hollywood flair to make it more dramatic. But like I think what they mean is like Rush is like a story, like it's like a original story.
Really? Because like, those are real people.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about Rush 2013.
Yeah, I looked that up. It's like they're Chris Hemsworth.
Oh, no. Right.
James Hunt. Those are real people in real life.
This is real. Okay. Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
That's race car films. That's it. Race car films. Rush.
But yeah, I mean, based on history, I feel like you're more likely to get like. I think that's like more likely to get kind of like for the fans of F1 who wants to get it like as close as possible to the actual race, but like still tell a story that exists. But yeah, I think with F1, I think the big thing about it is like I don't think the story is that great on its own, but I think the racing itself will carry a lot, where it will like be that God that feels awesome, but it also felt pretty long. Like the 2.5 hours was kind of killing it. I think they should have reduced it like by 20 minutes at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, also I have to acknowledge it because I think it's kind of crazy. I as I said, like Carrie Condon, she was like a technical character who designed the race car and all that stuff, but like easily gets easy access to fuck and all that stuff. And then there's like this other late female character that we follow, and her whole characteristic is that she messes up on the like release of the when they in the race, like when you do the pit stop, like they have to remove the tires as quickly as they can. She messes up, so the arc is she doesn't mess up. So it's not a very good representation for women, but
sounds like woman to me.
So that was F1. I still think it's gonna be fine for the summer blockbuster conversation. Obviously, they're talking about sequels and all that stuff. So,
yeah,
per usual.
Okay.
Let's see. So we have 2 films left: Karate Kid and Ballerina.
Jesus Christ.
Let's do Karate Kid. So now Karate Kid, this is a film that's different because now you got a franchise that used to be just movies, and now you have something where it has to deal with the fact that it's coming after a TV show.
Oh, you're supposed to. I'm supposed to explain how to deal with this.
Karate Kid,
Legends.
Legends. All right, there we go. Karate Kid Legends. Follows Lee, a kung fu prodigy, after moving to New York and is confronting a local karate champion, receives help from his former master, Mr. Han, and karate sensei Daniel LaRusso. It is the first film in the series not to be produced by Jerry Weintraub, who died in 2015. So yeah.
Yeah. So you seen the film, right?
Yeah, but you start off. I think you watched all the films, right?
No, I only seen like 2. I don't have time to watch all of them.
Okay.
I seen the first one and the Jackie Chan one, and all of Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
So you see the trailer, right? It's like the trailers. Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio is gonna team up. That's the whole selling point. I mean,
Yeah.
that's not technically speaking, that's not a lie, but like that's like 10% of the film, I guess. Yeah, that's 10%. Ralph Macchio only appear in the second half, like late in the second half, and they just like do montage. It's clear they did not know that how Cobra Kai can end. So like, hey, Ralph Macchio, can you just help me do stuff? So they just like play it really safe with Ralph Macchio, but they also want Ralph Macchio to be in the film because of money.
Yeah. But you see, as we said, they brought back Daniel LaRusso and Mr. Han from their respective movies and all that stuff. In terms of production, so basically they talked about back in 2010 to have a sequel with Jaden Smith and Jackie Chan to return, but then things happened and didn't happen, and then it just nowhere.
Weird, because Will Smith actually produced Cobra Kai. Yeah, people don't know that Will Smith produced Cobra Kai.
Yeah, and so like obviously with this film, Karate Kid Legends, the selling point is that we're returning back to the original Karate Kid roots. So
I don't know. I don't even know what the film is trying to achieve because everything is so rushed.
Yeah, and so remember that question we had in like Cobra Kai, like why the fuck is Danny all by himself? What happened to all of his friends from the Cobra Kai show? The kids, where did they go? So apparently this is set 3 years after Cobra Kai. So fuck it, who cares about them?
Yeah, they're just like 3 years after it. To be fair, the actress who's gonna play like Daniel's wife is like, yeah, I'm no longer gonna be acting anymore.
Yeah.
For that, I say recast. I don't give a shit. Just recast. No actor should be bigger than the role.
Nah, he's just gonna be lonely.
Just recast, you fuckheads.
Or divorce.
No.
That would suck.
That would literally be character assassination. Yeah. But yeah, they're like basically Daniel LaRusso was like, yeah, I'm gonna abandon everything and just go to New York because some guy said that I know Mr. Miyagi. I mean, I guess that you can just argue like, oh, you see, he gotta tell his wife and kids like, I'm gonna leave for a bit to help something out, but like, you're basically trusting someone who just like, yeah, I know Mr. Miyagi, yeah, I want you to train this kid.
Yeah, I mean they kind of did that in Cobra Kai too, here and there. Like, oh, you know Mr. Miyagi? Bet.
To be fair, that was also stupid in Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Like, the thing is, like, you've seen Cobra Kai, right? He literally got tricked because someone said, "I know Mr. Miyagi." He should not be repeating that mistake.
It's 3 years later too.
Yeah. So that was like funny. I was like, Daniel, you should not be going there. They literally did not have a good explanation for this. But yeah, it's like Daniel. It's like Ralph Macchio just want an easy paycheck. That's the feeling of like this one, because he's only in like a few scenes. But yeah, that's the feeling. And Jackie Chan's character has a lot more screen time, and I say that because Jackie Chan does not even appear until like the second half of the film, after like the first scene he's introduced. We're mostly following this like new character played by Ben Wang.
Yep.
And so he's Li Fong, and so okay, he's barely a character as well. I don't think he has any like personal flaws. Any flaws he has is just external. I mean, the only thing he has is that he's sad that his brother died. But that does not really affect him that much, aside from he's stunned for a few times. He's like froze for a few times, but like that's whenever the plot demands him to stun. Because sometimes when the plot wants him to be a bad guy, he just fights. Well, he should be freezing.
Yeah. He doesn't. I mean, you got your isms, like Lee is struggling to adjust socially at school. Meets up with
Sadie Stanley. The thing is, like, I don't even think he's like has problems at school, because they never explore that. And because like he has problems at first, and then after he met Sadie Stanley, he's like, yeah, everything's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, because he's like, the thing is, like, even for like Jaden's okay, you know what? Even in the first film, like Daniel LaRusso, he has a lot of trouble adapting to his new place, and he's a lot more like whiny.
Yeah.
And he's a lot more show off. Even the Jaden Smith character in the Karate Kid reboot. Okay, now it's not a reboot, but it's like still the China version of that one. He's also whiny. He doesn't know how to adapt that. He's also trying to impress and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, they still have flaws, and this guy was like, no, he's actually just perfect.
Yeah, the thing is, like, Lee is already kind of like established, kind of from his own like training and that kind of stuff. So it's like it's not like Jaden Smith and LaRusso, they had to like learn something new, or like learning a new custom and that kind of stuff. For Lee, it's not. He's kind of already at that point. He just needs extra training.
The thing is that you can play him out like he's so up his own ass that like he thinks that he can beat anyone, and then suddenly when the enemy just try to like gain strong, like become stronger to beat him, he lost.
Yeah, the arc is to do the dragon kick. So
yeah, I mean the only
like a spin kick basically.
The only arc they try to do is what's it called? Ming Na Wing's character in like who plays her mother was like, I do not approve you to do karate because it's gonna get people hurt. Which is bullshit, by the way, because he does not even initiate the fight in the school. Those people did, and he does not even get punished for it. The bad guy get punished for it, and then the mother just blame him for no reason. And then all of a sudden, when he, I could not believe this is real. An adult wants a kid to help him train boxing.
Yeah.
And the adult lost the boxing match, and he felt bad. And then the mom was like, yeah, I told you not to get into fights. And then all of a sudden, she just flipped a switch. Was like, no, I was wrong. I was like, where did that came from? You just flip a switch. There's no change. But yeah, that's and somehow they have that. I don't even know why they interject the entire story with this random boxing person.
Yeah. But yeah, Mr. Han, he comes to New York. Leah, because of Leah's avoiding several of his phone calls, and Han encourages Lee to return to the martial arts to enter in the upcoming Five Boroughs tournament. Both him and his friends are to confront his past. Han then goes to Los Angeles to ask for LaRusso for help, and then hesitant, but Daniel's like, "Yeah, I'll go to New York." All right, and yeah, it's not really like a big like, oh, Mr. Han and LaRusso, these two characters, they just met, and it's like, I guess it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. It's weird because Han is basically a different person since I watched the Jaden Smith version. I mean, I can't say it technically could not be that way because given the ending of his arc, which is not even that well written in that film. But like, I can see him going this way. It's just that's all he has. He's just a fun guy who just want to train Jaden Smith now, not Jaden Smith, Lee now. And he's just like, yeah, you should do this. You should try this. He's just another Cobra Kai character. It's so weird to watch that. I was like, I mean, it's like technically I can see you become that way. It's just
yeah, it's like post 2010 to 2025, that time difference kind of a thing.
Yeah, I was like given the ending, I could see it that going that way, but like, it's like there's just nothing for me to draw from. Like Jaden Smith is not even mentioned in the entire film.
Yeah, he's too busy cheating on somebody, so makes sense.
Yeah.
So Lee is trained by both Mr. Han and Miyagi Do karate. From Daniel and Alan. Which one is Alan again?
Alan.
Wyatt Olaf, Wyatt's character. He's just like the friend, basically. He offers the garden to do training, that kind of thing. They learn the dragon kick to lure. The idea is to do a variation of the dragon kick to lure the opponent into a counterattack, which Lee can then dodge and reverse. Like,
the thing is, like, yeah, that's literally it, I guess. The thing is that Alan's like the best character, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's like his progression is more natural.
Yeah. Then Lee becomes fighting in the tournament. It makes his way to the finals to fight against Connor, who's played by Aramis Knight. I like the kid, who's my age. O'Shea.
Artemis Knight.
O'Shea. Tim Rosen. The loan shark who Victor credits, and Connor Sensei.
Is Joshua Jackson?
No. He's the guy who's Aramis Knight's sensei.
Okay, I need to look at this. Who the fuck is that? Tim Rosen.
Tim Rosen, yeah.
That was weird. Yeah, because the thing is like they just need another mean sensei. The thing is the mean sensei here is just cartoon. Like he's just a mean sensei. There's like no relationship between him and the student.
Yeah, it's kind of weird after coming off with like Cobra Kai and Louis Tan's character. You kind of have, and even that's not that great.
No, I mean at the
honestly, the mean sensei thing is always kind of a weird trope because like you have to have somebody who's like very vain, but like they're both like in the proficiencies of like karate and that kind of stuff. It's like, I don't know. It's like I guess, but it's hard. I guess it's hard to make a villain not be so similar. But then it's like you give them different characteristics that makes them who they are as a villain. despite it being like, yeah, it's the evil sensei, but like, what makes him evil? Like, what? He's just a loan shark.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, the thing is like the first Karate Kid film. The evil sensei thing is like because he thinks he's like the best dojo in the valley, because it's a town. So that's why he's mean. So like because he thinks he's the best, he's up his ass basically, and so he just like yeah, that's why he's mean because he thinks he's like because he's up his ass, and that makes sense. This
Yeah.
one was like he just a loan shark.
Yeah. And then he just sends out thugs to attack Lee. But then Mr. Han and Daniel, they save him, basically. That was also funny.
I don't even remember that part. Holy shit.
Mr. Han convinces Lee's mother that martial arts are good for Lee. Honestly, that kind of sucks having Ming Na. She can do martial arts too.
Yeah,
but like they made her like the worried mother.
The thing is like when Mr. Han said that martial arts saved my life, was like, no, that's not what happened. What the fuck? That's not what happened in the last film. You're kidding me.
Unless it happened within the 15 years or something.
Which is weird because that movie, he literally said that I driving accident killed my kill my family, and I keep fixing the car and beating it up every year just so because of this. So and the only reason, because the movie does not understand subtlety or take time to build it as well as the original one. So they even Mr. Han even said, the reason why you bring me back to life, bring me back purpose is you, Jaden Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, no, that should be the reason, not martial arts. That was so explicit in the.
I mean, maybe Jaden Smith died in a car crash. Who knows?
Oh, I guess. I guess. Well, he's not grumpy anymore, so I don't even know.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so Mr. Han tells Lee's mother that martial arts is good for him, and that's fine. He gets over their tragic past. What was that tragic past again?
Tragic past?
Lee Fong, Lee's mother.
Oh yeah, his brother died because some fuck stabbed him.
He was stabbed to death by a vengeful person, and
what the was like
defeated in a tournament in the past. And then the son is like, I don't want you to be in that, but he was in it.
That was so arbitrary.
Like, dude, just get over it. All right, now my sad story with my brother is resolved.
I mean, I thought they gotta be like, actually, my brother died in the tournament because accidentally died in the tournament. Like that would make more sense.
No, it's what it would have been funny if it was like that character from the second arc of season 4. Yeah, it's like, that's my brother. He was the one that died by the stab.
Jesus Christ.
Even though Ming Na is like twice his age.
That was so. I was like, what if this? This is clearly first draft. When I watched this film, I was like, this is first draft. There's so.
That's what I'm saying, because like there are some similarities to like Cobra Kai plots in this movie, but I don't know if it's intentional or if it's like because it's kind of basic.
Yes, I think it's unintentional.
Yeah, because like otherwise you don't really get that much like connections with Cobra Kai, but we'll get to that in a second. But like, but yeah, then there's more fighting. Lee and Connor, if they face off each other, they get to an 8-point match. Connor is initially dominating, but of course Lee comes back, manages to tie. Then Lee lands he does the dragon kick, and now he's overcame his fears. I mean, because I guess he was a scared kid. But now he's not scared anymore.
What the fuck? You're literally you're really socially adaptable.
And you can fight. I am perplexed that like Mia was like the love interest. Sadie Stanley was just a love interest that went nowhere.
No, I mean the thing. Okay, here's the thing. The first film also has a love interest. Okay, but the thing is like Elizabeth. What's it called? Sheldon.
Elizabeth Shue.
Elizabeth Shue. Her
Yeah.
character has a purpose, like because like she's also used to date one of the person. Now that because she sees her mistake that she's an asshole, so she tries to like help the new kid. Like
Yeah.
and so that and she's also a rich person. So her parents like hates her, does not want her to play like some loner, but she's a person who sees a person for who he is and doesn't want and have learned from mistake that from dating evil assholes who just want power. And her and she's and sh- her fi- and the love interest Elizabeth Shue is helping Daniel LaRusso to like overcome that past and admit his mistakes and even support him during tournaments. And Sadie Stan is just like girlfriend.
Yeah, I mean, Sadie Stanley here is just girlfriend. Then the ex-boyfriend comes. I know karate.
Yeah.
Beats his ass.
There's no flaws for the main character. Like
Oh, really?
the main character. Sadie Stanley is just like, oh, by the way, I actually do not like my boyfriend, but even though I act really lovely around him, I was like, yeah, dude, that's literally a thing in. We literally review season 6 of Cobra Kai. When a girl sees that, that's like you done something wrong, and in this movie, it was like actually she's right. You're just jealous. I mean, technically that's a flaw, but like they get over it in like one scene. So it's not a flaw that matters in the long run.
Yeah. But yeah, Lee used to be scared. Now he's not scared anymore. He did the dragon kick. Because that's how you show an arc, is by doing the crazy move. To be fair, I mean the first movie is LaRusso doing the crane. The crane kick. Yeah.
The problem is like LaRusso got his leg injured first.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's the thing, and that's how he did. And also he has to overcome his like he has to overcome himself, dude. He have to overcome his like barrier and stuff.
Yeah, and then like Connor does like a sneak attack, but then Lee like defeats him, but then he shows mercy, I guess, and then Connor gets respect out of it. It's like, I don't understand.
He just randomly gets angry. I was like, why were you angry? Randomly gets angry. He's like the most chillest person of the entire film.
And then he's just chill at the end of after that.
Yeah.
Then later, Victor, losing track of these. Joshua Jackson's character, Mia's dad. Sadie's dad. He opens a second pizzeria. Oh, we didn't talk about the pizzeria. It went up into flames or something.
Wait, really? Fuck, I must have missed that. Okay, you know what? I did not even remember that thing that happened. I don't know, because the last time I remember is like Sadie Stanley was like, hey, deliver pizza to that place. And that's Lee. And then they make up. Also, that's literally the last time I remember the pizza place. I was like, wait, when is that went into flames?
Yeah. It was like prior to, like when Victor was going to the hospital. No, it wasn't like, I don't think it was up in the flames. It was like
no, the thing is I remember there's still, because that scene takes place after that.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like the pizza is okay.
Because he was returning. No. He was returning. Because it was the. Okay, that's what I was missing. It was the. He had to sell it because of the debt, and he had to go back to boxing for that. But then when he went back into boxing, he got injured. That part, and then he has the money, I guess, to open up a second pizzeria.
I thought that's because Lee Fong won the tournament, so that's why he has the money.
Yeah, but I guess it's like, I don't know. It's like you give it to your barely girlfriend's family, I guess. Or you only known her for like 2 days.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he opens up the second pizzeria. Mr. Han goes back to China. In Los Angeles, Daniel receives a frozen pizza delivery from Lee with a note inside as a thank you gift, where he and Johnny
When Johnny was in Yagito.
they debate whether New York pizza is better than California pizza. And then Johnny pitches a new business idea, a dojo-themed pizzeria called Miyaki Do. So that's how you go.
Yeah, because they were like, because I think the showrunner was like, fuck, there's Cobra Kai, just a quick scene of Johnny at the end.
Yeah.
It's like, because if Johnny was there, they are gonna find him instead.
Yeah, people really love Johnny as well, especially post Cobra Kai.
Yep. No, they made Johnny's the best character of the entire show.
Yeah. Karate Kid Legends. It's kind of weird because obviously the Legends aspect just comes from Jackie Chan and Danny just being here.
No, and they are barely in the film.
And they're barely in the movie. But yeah, that was Karate Kid Legends. What do you think?
Like, it's a nothing burger. Like,
Yeah.
this is first drafts. There's like so many ideas they clearly do not. There's so many ideas that they are like do not combine well together.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of it just comes like also like Karate Kid has not had a movie in like so long. It's just like, oh, we're just bringing it back. Kind of like Final Destination.
But like Final Destination does not have a show in between.
That is true. And that leaves the last thing that we can talk about, which is from the world of John Wick. Not because Ballerina was not going to cut it, so they needed to include John Wick somehow. So fuck it, we'll do from the world of John Wick, Ballerina. That's the way the movie will be titled. Once again,
this just shows how little faith the people who made this film is. They have to put the name John Wick in the title.
Yeah. So I'll be, as I said before as well, John Wick is not really my kind of franchise, in my opinion.
Oh no,
the
thing is not.
Honestly, I'm not really into like heavy gunplay kind of movies. The gun kata action. That's just not really my thing.
The thing is, only the first one is good.
Yeah.
Like, if you're wondering why, because the first one is actually more character focused and give me a second.
Yeah. So
but yeah, only the first one is good. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is like a spin-off Ballerina. It's pretty much like it's Black Widow. That's pretty much.
No, the thing is like
it's more Black Widow than Black Widow's movie, which is disappointing. But
I don't even know can I call this Black Widow because this is like bullshit as well. I've seen the film. I've seen the entire John Wick franchise aside from the Continental show.
So one thing to note that this film is set in between specifically the third film and the fourth film. Like it's in the middle of it.
Funny thing is, I rewatched the third film and the fourth film like last week, so I remember what happened there. So I just noticed what is the continuity. It's so bullshit.
Yeah. I'm also gonna say Ana de Armas is not really my kind of actress either, but she is very hot, so she gets a pass.
Do you know what I find funny? So in the John Wick films, they're not like that character focused. Like the first one is like really good.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely Keanu Reeves is also a limited actor as well.
Yeah, okay. The first one is like the character's driven, and why he wanted to kill stuff. It's like it makes a lot of sense. From like he's forced to, or he's excommunicado. But like they kill the puppy who's like last memory of his wife and stuff. So that's how he does it. And they established the Continental Hotel and the clear rules and the front, so that everyone is not Deus Ex Machina. The second, third, and fourth film is just bullshit. They just do it just because I want one more shootout. They just force Shaman to just shoot stuff because of like he's a criminal.
More like an evidence. It's also an evidence of like I wasn't intending this to be a franchise, but let's make it a franchise.
I mean,
though to be fair, this could work. I mean, James Bond works, so it's like surely this could work.
The thing is, a lot of things that did not intended to be a franchise, but they work so well. Like let me think of like okay fuck I know it counters the point, but like I think there's a lot of films that is like that. The Terminator. Oh yeah, Terminator is not supposed to be a franchise, but the second film is like really good. So is Alien.
Predator.
Uh, yeah, to be fair, Predator. But to be fair, I don't want to say Predator because every movie is just isolated. So
That is true. So it's
oh,
not Star Wars.
Star Wars, Star Wars. Yeah, Star Wars Episode 4 is
Biggest,
supposed to be end. I mean,
biggest
of
of
course,
them all.
yeah.
Yeah. So mhm.
Even Iron Man did not plan that well.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't supposed to be a universe to begin with.
Yeah. So yeah, that was it's not like that could not work, but like how they try to continue is like stupid. Like here's a high table who controls the world.
Yeah. So Eve, played by Anna, she's a daughter of an assassin. And as a child, Eve was well, they were basically in this house and like they were being attacked by some people and they're, you know, standard action stuff. She's a big fan of like this ballerina thing. And like during their escape kind of a thing, Javier ends up dying and like the New York Continental, they bring Eve in to the Roscaroma, where she meets the director. So you got your characters from the John Wick movies, and then she agrees to enlist. And then over the next 12 years, she trains to be as a ballerina and assassin bodyguard under the director and Nogi. And then, like, I guess then John Wick is also there, like,
So
for like, a scene.
so yeah, on the armors is like this is the weird because I was like okay fine the second third and fourth film has a lot of action because because Keanu Reeves could not act. Like he's at most he's like a really limited actor.
Like,
Okay.
I'm not gonna say like he's not like useless, but like he's definitely good at what he's doing. But it's just you got to limit
No, I was
what
like this.
he should be doing.
No, in Ballerina, he's like clunking every single line. I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, I literally just want him to shut up.
Yeah, you should have just had him do an action scene.
Oh
if you
yeah,
really wanted his cameo,
but
side by side.
yeah, that was that was so funny. But yeah, the point is like now they got out of the armors for ballerinas. Like she can act.
Yeah.
She can act really well.
Yeah.
Somehow the ballerina movie has so much less characterization than any John Wick film, and that is saying a lot.
Yeah. I mean, we'll talk about the production side of things and why they decided this way later.
But
I'll be honest. I didn't finish the movie because I got sick of it at one point.
no, I got sick of it just by watching this. I was like, just let it go. Do you know why? For me,
Why?
because every single minute was like, here's 1 minute of talking, and then here's 20 minutes of fight scene after intercutting that talking.
Yes, it felt like a video game.
A bad video game.
A bad video game, yeah. It's like
Because,
yeah. when she just goes into like the cafe, she's like there. She sits down for like a second, and then all of a sudden this guy just walks in behind her, like a video game fight scene, and then as like all he does is look at her kind of weird, and it's like boom, action scene. It's like Jesus Christ, can you like talk?
This is why it's so confusing because I was like, okay, fine. Second, third, fourth film, they can't do that much talking because Keanu is gonna act well. But like, out of the armors can act. You can do a lot when it comes to like not John Wick type characters.
I mean, just to kind of summarize her character, she wants to be the greatest ballerina assassin kind of a thing. She wants to be out there, not a lot of faith, but she also wants revenge on her father's death, the killer who did that. And you know, and like the director's like, no, you can't do that. Then but you have her going back. You see Lance Reddick in his last role ever.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, that is weird because like I love how do I say this? Because you can do a lot when it comes to the character. You can have her like be a sleeper agent, like that she does not fight. She only fights when necessary. So she just go around people and just get into bad with them because that you cast out the armors for fuck's sake. And get into bad with
Don't take advantage of that. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
yeah, just like oh I'm gonna sleep and just gain information, just kill them in their sleep and just steal it like that. You can just play a lot of factors. Like okay, she's not strong and fast, so she's not strong, so she has to like smart.
Femme fatale.
This is why I was like, this is not Black Widow because Black Widow was film is like much smarter. They know how to use their look to gain advantage.
Yeah, that's what I mean is like the only thing Black Widow that's really comparable is that I mean she was a girl that was put into like a Black Widow program. That's about it.
Yeah,
and the extent of taking advantage of the Black Widow program, the other side of things, don't do that. Which is dumb. It doesn't make sense.
No.
But yeah, so the way that like it's kind of like a fetch quest. That's why it felt like a video game. I mean, I think that's the point of the franchise. I don't know if that's entirely true.
No, the thing is, I literally call the thing video game and then rank it just like no, free video games are better than this shit.
Yeah, because like what I mean is like basically like she goes to the Continental, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm trying to find out the guy's killer. He has this kind of tattoo." And it's like, "Oh, I don't know that in particular, but you need to go and speak to Norman Reedus, and that guy, and he has like a daughter. So like then it becomes like you need to protect the girl, kind of a thing. And, again, it's like every time Anna like walks somewhere, there's always like somebody there that's gonna kill her.
Yeah. How many John Wick films have you seen?
I'm telling you, I'm really not a fan of these kinds of franchises.
But
I need to have some kind of sense in the action and not like just pure action. But
no, the first film is like that. The first film is only watch the first film because I can tell you that second, third, and fourth film has a lot of action. They are not nowhere. They are still not as much as this film. Like that is saying something. Those two has Keanu fucking Reeves who does all his own stunts. Okay, most of his own stunts. And out of the armor is like okay, she's clearly not as okay. No offense to her, but like she's not Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of emphasis of her not being able to properly fight that great.
But like, how the fuck is there so much more action than in John Wick films? I don't get it. Like, you could have more characters. Like, no.
I do have to comment on this because like it happens a lot. But like I mean, this is also like the time. Like every time there's a female-led action movie and it's like and the star is like hot and has like dark hair. Of course, like the natural suggestion is to like, oh, let's fan cast her as Wonder Woman. So yeah, Anna did have that 1 week when John Wick came out, and nobody.
No, but because there's nothing to talk about Ballerina. Let's.
No, I mean, I like Anna. I like her a lot, but like that doesn't make her Wonder Woman.
I don't even want to. I don't even want to watch this film. And I was like, I mean, the thing is, I'm actually kind of curious about this film. I actually like, okay, fine. What's the Ballerina be about? I was like, oh, it's just gonna be another John Wick.
Yeah, I mean, especially because like now they're like branching outside of John Wick himself and like doing other characters set in the world. So it's like you have this Ballerina who's a part of this own like faction of people, the Ruska Roma team and all that stuff, and like
fun fact, the Ballerina's people train John Wick as well. That is in the third film.
Yeah.
But they just did not do anything. Okay, story-wise, they just dropped that backstory and did not explore anything.
But yeah, so Norman Reedus, he gets captured, and the girl gets taken away. And then eventually, so then there's this other girl that works for the bad guy, and she's like interested in Ana de Armas for some reason. And then we learn later that actually, you know, that sister that disappeared a long time ago, actually, you guys are sisters. And then once that's revealed, then like she's like, "Oh, you're my sister. Let's stop fighting." And then they get bombed, and then that's where I stopped watching. It's like Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah,
they just reconnected to be sisters, and now she's dead.
Yeah, literally every single time there's a talking, there's action immediately, just intercut with action. It's like, what the fuck? It's so dumb. It's like, why do you make the film like this? I don't get it. Like what was I supposed to say? It's like, oh yeah, do you want to talk about John Wick's involvement in this film because you only seen like part of it.
I mean, he just gives a pep talk essentially.
Yeah, that's only one part of his cameo. The other part is after he's gone. It's like after you stop watching.
What was it?
Oh, basically they just like they hired John Wick when he's basically wanted to kill Ana de Armas.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the cameo, and I was like, that is not the continuity between the third and fourth film because between that film, John Wick's in hiding. And the Ballerina faction even explicitly said, after you tear your ticket, now we are less than even. So John Wick should not even be in contact with the Ballerina faction, and they should not be dragged out of duty to help kill a random assassin for some reason. After some fighting, she was like, "Yeah, I want to kill my sister. I want to kill people who kill my dad." I was like, "Yeah, okay." And he just assists her to kill everyone. So yeah, the second John Wick cameo, he just appeared out of nowhere and just try to just interrupt the entire climax. That's because there's, I was like, I think that's clearly reshoot or something.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The Chancellor calls the director to declare war on the Ruska Roma due to Eve. Declaring war on one particular person is crazy. But the director counters that Eve has gone rogue and appeases the director by hiring John Wick to eliminate her. John arrives at Hallstatt, finds and defeats Eve, but spares her and implores her to abandon her pursuit. Eve pleads for her revenge, promoting a sympathetic John to give her until midnight to kill the Chancellor, after which he will complete his contract. Eve resumes fighting the cult across which is, I don't know, isn't that like not helpful for your protagonist, like that she gets defeated so easily by the actual protagonist of the franchise? And then it's like, okay, I'm not going to beat you. I want you to try and do what you can before midnight. Otherwise, I'm going to have to kill you. It's like, I don't know. That's kind of lame. It's like she can get, you go through the movie knowing that she can get easily beaten by somebody else because they made the story that way. I don't know. That just sounds kind of dumb from a writing perspective.
And also, it like breaks the entire continuity. The continuity is literally just broken when John Wick showed up. I was like, I mean, one of my friends even say that called this Deus Ex Wick. Yeah, Deus Ex Wick just appear and just save the entire protagonist after a really clunky delivery by John Wick up in a few sentences to her.
Mm-hmm.
That was like, yeah, like this shows you that this tells you how little faith the people who made this film has on this film.
Guys, did you know it was set in John Wick? I don't know, from the world of John Wick, Ballerina. I don't know if you guys knew that John Wick was part of this franchise.
Imagine they make
that being the real title of the movie is funny.
Imagine they make the Incredible Hulk. They just call this from the world of Iron Man, the Incredible Hulk.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that would be that ridiculous.
Yeah. So Eve resumes fighting the cult across Hallstatt. She uses a flamethrower to torch several members. John assists her from the distance by sniping decks. So they're working together. The Chancellor attempts to which again, it's like when they're working together, then it's like you're kind of undervaluing Anna's ability to do it by herself for anything really. But like, it is what it is, I guess. The Chancellor attempts to flee with Ella, the little girl, but Eve corners them. The Chancellor attempts to reason with Eve, but she executes him and rescues Ella. Ella's returned to a recovering Norman Reedus at the Prague Continental. Eve seeks refuge at the New York Continental, having left the Ruska Roma. While attending a ballet performance, Eve learns that there's a $5 million bounty on her head and then leaves the theater.
By the way, John Wick is wanted between the events of 3 and 4.
Yeah, but he's willing to help a buddy out.
Yeah, and then they just make the entire ending just exactly like what happened in John Wick 2, after John Wick 2.
Yep.
Like, what the fuck happened behind the scenes? Because apparently studios has so little faith in this film.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. So just a few things. As we talked about, this was Lance Reddick's last role on screen. Norman Reedus, so the thing is like, the way he described his character, he admired like Keanu Reeves for the film series demanding the "I need a bottle of Advil a day" long kind of job, and then he wanted to contrast his like fighting style from like the Walking Dead show, because the Walking Dead makes spin-off shows of their characters now instead of just ending the fucking show. So yeah, that was what he wanted to be different in terms of his action abilities. So that was something that was there. I recognized Soo Young. She was in the movie, the K-pop singer. She was the girl that Anna saves at that party where you can randomly start shooting up and nobody cares. That was another funny thing about the John Wick franchise. There's a lot of shooting and people don't give a fuck.
Yeah, the production of this film was like fucking hell.
Yeah, so Shea was inspired by the trailer of John Wick Chapter 2 to write a spec script about a ballerina assassin, so this has been an idea since 2017, John Wick Chapter 2. Although his action thriller Ballerina was conceived as a standalone project, Lionsgate acquired it in 2017 and Haddon rewrote part of it to make it a part of the John Wick universe, basically.
I'm not against it.
Yeah, so basically it was inspired by watching the second movie. I'm going to make a movie about a ballerina assassin, but then like, actually, let's put it in the franchise instead of making its own. That can be fine. Thunder Road would produce the film, and some of the concepts were woven into Chapter 3, Parabellum, which features Unity portraying a ballerina. Nice Unity.
Funny.
Haddon's script was voted onto the blacklist of best unproduced screenplays of 2017. Jesus Christ. Wow. So this film has been like written since 2017. They like the idea, but they haven't committed on can they make it a spinoff yet or not. But they did put more marbles into justifying this eventual spinoff by putting the elements into John Wick Chapter 3. Interesting.
Why would you do that?
That means they were pretty confident that this would be used one day, and to be known as the best screenplay that was not produced ever in 2017.
Huh?
That's a lot of faith in the script.
Wow. Yeah. Let's see it. Let's see how it works now.
Yeah. So in May 2020, Lionsgate they said they were going to make this a movie. Originally, they were looking for Chloe Grace Moretz as the template, not specifically her. I always hate when they say that. It's like I want a Chloe Grace Moretz kind of actress. You know who's like Chloe Grace Moretz? Chloe Grace Moretz. It's always weird when they say that. That month, the stunt team would come back as well. You know, makes sense. By October 2021, Ana de Armas entered in negotiations for the title character, and then they announced Ballerina at CinemaCon, and then she would be the role. And then Emerald Fennell. Now, here's the thing. July 2022, upon Anna's insistence for the involvement of a female screenwriter, Emerald Fennell was hired to take a pass on the script. That is what's different.
Really? Because I'm sure the script has like 5 pages at most.
Yeah, so according to the 2017 script, that script was like really, really good. That it was good enough that it won an award for how good it was as a script that was never made to be a movie. Interesting. But then exactly 3 years later, July 2017 to July 2022. No, 5 years later. 5 years later. She's like, no, we need a female screenwriter on the script. And there you go.
She's not even credited. That's a funny thing.
We can blame a woman for ruining the movie.
Yeah, blame her. The thing is that she's not even credited.
Yeah, but you know she's from the Danish Girl Saltburn.
You seen Saltburn?
Killing Eve.
Oh, season 2. Have you seen Saltburn?
Season 2. Yeah, Promising Young Woman.
Okay, I like that film, to be fair.
Yeah.
But have you seen Saltburn?
I can't watch it. You know why.
Oh, you hate salt. Yeah. That the thing is that no one likes Saltburn.
People like it. It's just
really no one likes it. I was talking to my friends like casually, like not even Discord friends, just like people I study with, and they're like, we all study film together, and they were like, my worst experience this year is watching Saltburn. Or like a lot of people say the same thing.
Yeah. So it says here that Norman was just added in like kind of like last second kind of a thing, like his character. He's like the Chancellor's son, the bad guy's son, and like he knows about his dad being bad, but like we just need him for an action scene and a hospital bed scene, and that's it. So he traveled from Japan to Budapest to do that, and then he just went back, you know, because we got to do more Walking Dead stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the backstory of the production.
Can I understand what happened between, because like you can't tell me this script is not just 5 pages. And then every 5 pages, everything, most pages is like action scene here, and then just I feel more lines of talking, just like action scene, something like this.
It's just in parentheses, fight scene, next dialogue. So that's why it's 5 pages long.
Yeah. Well, it's like, how the fuck is there so many the thing is that it says there's 2 to 3 months of reshoots.
Yeah, to add more fighting.
I want to see the original script. That's a funny thing. I want to see the original script. Like, why is it so good? Like,
yeah, it won an award.
Like the fuck is like the fucking. Do you know who wrote this? Who wrote the original script?
1 second. In 2025 interview after the film's release, Wiseman spoke about his idea of a continuation for the story, which included Eve having to deal with the consequences of her actions. Okay. Fair enough, I guess.
Okay, look at Len Wiseman and the people who came up with that script.
Shay Hatton, Hella Zack Snyder films.
Yeah, that's why.
Rebel Moon Part 2, Army of the Dead. Yeah.
Do you believe this guy will be good? Do you believe this guy's script is so good it won an award?
It factually won an award, though. I can't even deny it.
I want to know the standards.
Let me see. I'm trying to see this award. I've never heard of this award. I didn't know you can award like best scripts that have never been produced before.
Hey, maybe he won a
the
script of.
blacklist.
Maybe,
It's like a
maybe he won-
survey.
Well,
Okay, so here, so the blacklist is a annual survey of a most like screenplays that are not produced. There are a lot of examples that have qualified since 2005, its created year. You've had examples like Argo, American Hustle, Juno, The King's Speech, Slumdog Millionaire, Spotlight, The Revenant, The Descendants, Promising Young Woman, and Hell or High Water. So these are some popular examples of things that won. So I guess, but like, what determines like best unproduced script? Like you write the script and the movie hasn't came out yet, but like if it comes out the next year, it's okay. It qualifies. Or does there need to be like a gap of like we wrote this but we don't know when it's coming out?
I guess it's like I just think that you just submit the script and then just like here. And then I just like, okay, fine, I'll pay you, writer, but we own the script now. We can do whatever we want. So weird because a lot of great films are like from that award.
Yeah, bro.
The menu.
X-Men Origins Wolverine was in it.
Oh, funny.
Life of Pi, Jesus Christ.
Wow.
There are some like quality films in here.
I, Tonya.
The Wolf of Wall Street.
What?
Yeah.
Set it up. Oh, I like set it up.
So, Chad, what we're doing is like we're looking through Easy A. We're looking through like a list of like apparently there's like a award for like best unproduced screenplay. So like if you write a script but it hasn't been made into a movie for that year, from what it sounds like, because like from what I saw, they wrote the script in July 2017 and it won the award for July 2017's best unproduced script. So it has to be the same year as it's written, but it did not come out in the same year. Which I think that's silly because like a lot of movie productions they usually take like a year to make it, right? So it's like, what if you start writing a script in December? Does it count?
Oh my God, Whiplash is one of them.
Whiplash.
The Fault in Our Stars, Jojo Rabbit.
Booksmart.
Oh, seriously? The Equalizer.
The Equalizer. Umbrella Academy.
Oh, funny.
So it does count TV shows as well.
Oh, I guess. Let's see.
Hunger Games. I mean, yeah,
seriously?
Hunger Games is here, yeah.
What the fuck? Edge of Tomorrow. What do we have? The Social Network.
Whiplash is crazy.
The Social Network.
Gifted the TV show.
No.
Gifted the McKenna Grace with Chris Evans.
Yeah, that one. Up in the Air.
That's a good movie.
Oh, Up in the Air as well. Seriously. Inglourious Bastards.
Inglourious Bastards.
Oh right. Yeah. Quentin Tarantino said he has this script for a while.
Yeah, that makes sense. So that's why it qualifies.
47 Ronin. No, not that one. Yeah, got that wrong. No, that's not good. That's not good.
The Menu.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. What do they have? Because holy shit. That was crazy. Oh God. The book of no, that's not good.
Challengers.
Yeah.
Air, the Michael Jordan movie. We did review that.
Zodiac.
Zodiac.
Yeah, apparently a lot of David Fincher movies are from here.
That honestly, I feel like I feel like you're more likely to see that King Richard. You're more likely to see it for like these original films, because like original films is like you really gotta get that script right, kind of a thing. Like I
Yeah.
don't expect to see like a comic book movie, for example. Like I don't expect to see any of that.
Justice League, and X-Men Origins are here.
Okay, I guess those make sense though, especially for Justice League.
Fun fact: even Guardians is one of them.
Manchester by the Sea.
What the? Yeah, that was man. The amount of films. There's a lot of David Fincher has a lot of films here.
Arrival.
Of course. Under the Skin. Under the Skin.
Dirty Grandpa. Django Unchained.
What the fuck? Man, sometimes this is.
I do think Tarantino films also make sense on this list.
Yeah, I guess.
And then you have to factor this is from 2004 onwards.
True.
So I'm sure there's plenty of examples of scripts in the past that took a while to make.
Yeah, I guess these films are just that good for some reason. Apparently, Ballerina is better than Zodiac.
How do you see who won though? That's the thing I'm trying to understand.
It's just click the link. But like you got in apparently Ballerina is better than Inglorious Bastards. Yeah, like how the fuck is it better than Inglorious Bastards or Whiplash?
Maybe that first draft was like that good.
Yeah, sure. I believe you.
But then a woman had to write the script and ruin it.
Oh, damn you, woman! God, they have shot in here. I love the shot in film made by Daily Wire.
Yeah.
Jojo. Fuck. It's a fuck. Somehow that film is that. Somehow the Ballerina script is better than Jojo Rabbit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like you have to. Like, how good is that film? How good is the original script? Okay, fair. It's 2017. Okay, let's see. Is this better than Okay, let's see what is Ballerina better than the manual?
No.
No, of course not. Oh god.
I Tanya would also be in that list for contender.
Oh, yeah. That was insane.
I mean, even Gifted as well.
I think
so we're comparing, like, if you compare it to Ballerina, like the things that like Flower, Hitman's Bodyguard,
Promising Young Woman, The High Note. I mean, okay, The High Note is fine, but it's still better than what the fuck this film is. King Richard. Brief. The Resurrection. Yeah, that's a good film. What the fuck? Yeah, apparently those are worse than Ballerina, I guess.
Yeah.
The Air Jordan film.
Yeah.
The fuck? How's it?
So, what are the plans for like other spin-offs in this franchise?
I think there's gonna be a Ballerina sequel film, something.
They've talked about it. I mean, like they've already said John Wick 5 is happening.
Yeah. Spoilers. You don't give a shit about John Wick franchise, right?
No, of course not.
John Wick died in the fourth film.
Yeah, that part I know.
Yeah. So I was like, wait, how the fuck is it going
so there's been a few things that's been said. John Wick Chapter 5 is delayed. Ballerina happened. There's supposed to be a Sophia spinoff. There's a confirmed John Wick TV show coming out. and John Wick and Nobody was going to cross over with Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah, I think they scrapped the plan. Thank fuck.
Fuck it, why not? I guess get the two highly memed people.
Yeah, the thing is, Ballerina bombed.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for Nobody too.
Yeah, Ballerina also bombed in the box office. It
did make its money, but it has to double. Yeah, there's no way it can double it in this time frame.
It's 1 month now, and also the Jurassic World movie just came out. Yeah, good luck reviewing that.
Here's the other thing too. So like, I'm taking a break next week. But yeah, according to this, they were supposed to do Chapter 4 and Chapter 5 back to back, but then it got nixed because of the COVID delays. So they just did 4 and just left it at that. A sequel was set up for Akira Rina Sawayama's character, avenging death for her father at the hands of Donnie Yen. As revealed in the credit scene, this indicates Akira will be the protagonist moving forward, but Reeves could appear in flashbacks. They're not sure yet.
Oh, right. They have an animated prequel film for John Wick. There's also a film about the Kane film, John Wick Chapter 5. Oh, apparently they changed the writer for the 5th film.
Sophia Halle Berry's character might have a spinoff as well.
Oh, you got to be kidding me. It's written by Michael Finch. Let's see. Oh god, I can't wait for John Wick Chapter 5. It's gonna have what the fuck did he write?
But the TV show absolutely has been confirmed. Like that's absolutely happening.
I don't even know what show they have.
Well, this confirmation is that the John Wick TV show is in early stages of conceptualization.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean the TV show is going to happen. Other spin-offs have been rumored. Kind of like Deadpool 2, Hobbs and Shaw, Bullet Train.
The thing is like there's no way John Wick's gonna cross over with Atomic Blonde or like Nobody. I say this because there's no way because there's no way these two universes can collide based on what the fuck you established for John Wick. Like, okay, do you know John Wick universe is so bad there's not lawyers could not exist in the universe.
Well, they'll say that you can say that they do. It's just they don't work the same way.
I wish I was kidding because in the first film, like when you commit a crime, there's lawyers, right? Like if you commit a crime, there you have to go to court and there's lawyers go like debate shit. Like whether you did it or not, I did not care. In the first film, they have a thing called adjudicator, and they just come into your room and just like here's a crime, and this is your punishment. Done. There's no lawyers.
Oh my fucking god!
That was not a joke.
No, it's so apparently the Spider-Gwen comic they just gave Spider-Gwen the what's it called, like the Cosmic Cube, and she merged her life to 616 Gwen's life, so now Spider-Gwen now officially exists in the canon of 616. Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, I thought you got to say Spider-Gwen is actually transgender the entire time.
Yeah, they haven't gotten to that point, but like good fucking Lord.
Oh well.
Yeah, it's funny because like the Cosmic Cube turns into a pen that symbolizes we could do whatever the fuck we want. So the Cosmic Cube is like essentially what the Tesseract was inspired by. But yeah, all right. Yeah, the Spider-Man franchise is really shit in the comics, but We'll get to that. Speaking of Marvel, we are going to talk about Ironheart. Not in this podcast, but like we will talk about it coming up in the future. So be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, I mean,
So we had these conversations about all these different movies and Squid Games, and
I guess we
not
don't.
really great. What was the best project of this bunch? I mean, I guess for me it's
F1 for you. I mean, for
Yeah.
me, it's like Squid Game. I mean, I think we're supposed to talk about Death Battle, but like,
Yeah, it's kind of getting late. We'll come back to it.
yeah, I think if we include Death Battle is the best one.
Yes.
Yeah, Squid Game is the best one from what I've seen. I've never seen F1 before. I was like, but the thing is, like, there's good parts. It's just a lot of bad parts. That's the problem with Squid Game season 3. I mean, we also have like Until Dawn. Yeah, because we've seen a lot of things. We've seen Until Dawn. I've seen like Challenger. Not Challengers, Companion.
Right.
The British. The Bridget Jones 4. If anyone cares about that one.
Yeah. We gotta keep track of these things for our December.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people care because I also see Mickey 17.
Yeah.
I was not even being political about that one, but like, I'm a person who did not care about politics. I was like, why the fuck did we even make him Trump?
Came and gone.
Yeah, it came and gone. It was like this film was like clearly Trump. This guy's Mark Ruffalo is clearly playing Trump. I'm not even being political. They literally have a poster of him just like have the same dress as like Trump, and he just doing the same pose as Trump, just with a Mark Ruffalo face.
I know, like Mickey 17 is based off of a book, which was based off of like the author did kind of inspire things from Trump. So like when he wrote the book, so because the book is not like old, it was like in the 2020s. So yeah.
Yeah, when I showed that picture, I was like, wait, what? People told me it's not, and then I just showed him the picture, and everyone was like, yeah, that is definitely it.
Yeah.
And
we'll see. We'll see when we come back. Yeah. So Unity is going to be gone for a few weeks, and I will come. So there's not going to be a podcast next week. I have on call, and Unity is going to be out. But I will have the podcast the week after, and that's when we start talking about Superman. And you know me, I've been saying so many things about Superman.
No,
but I'm excited. I'm excited. So.
I'm happy. I was like, yeah, if it's good, I'll say it's good.
Yeah. Yeah. So be on the lookout for that. Again, we're going to talk about Ironheart, and we're also going to rank Marvel's Phase 5 TV shows. We did a ranking of the Phase 5 movies. That's on our channel, Another Reviews Corp podcast. You can find the links in the description down below. So we'll also rank the Marvel TV shows as well, and we'll probably make an edit as well to make it a nicer looking video. But yeah, subscribe to the channel for more of that content, and we will see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.